You thought everything was going good and smooth, like you saw a brighter and happier David. Here we are again. Yes. Let me shout out quickly. Good afternoon, Sienna from London, UK. Hello from freezing cold Toronto. Catherine, hello from Los Angeles. Nice to see you too. Artia from Finland. Oh, and speaking of Finland and Scandinavia, I am so sorry to the sponsor that reached out to me talking about visiting Sweden and Denmark. I told you that I would get back to you within this month, and this month remains. 1 week remains, but I will definitely get back to you. I've just been so busy, which cannot be an excuse, but I'll just try to get to that as soon as everything is out of the way, clear out of the way. My priorities right now are crazy, which is going to connect to today's topic. So just putting that out there, but definitely going. Good morning from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello from Central Florida, Nevada. Hoodie, gang. Yes, hi from Florida. Boiling Spring, SC, Romania. Great. Grandma Jan, Wisconsin. Hello from Japan. Hi, Rachel. Hi from Raj from India. Okay, let's go on. Mexico City, yes. My dear, I'm 65. I can tell you that life is always up and down. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Yeah. Like, I was kind of worried because, like, some of y'all might be seeing the title and you might be judging, oh, David, here he goes again with one of his, like, non problem, what do you call it? First world problem, depression, baiting streams, whatever you might think of it. But yeah, as I said, like, it's nothing too much to be concerned about. As I said, like, people are emotional, and human beings just have up and downs throughout the month, and 1 week could be good, 1 week could be bad, one day could be bad, and one day could be good. Well, on and on. So yeah, that's just how it is. Welcome to the 150 people who are watching already. Welcome. Please leave a like before you go on. That would help a lot. Hello from the Netherlands, Romania. Yes, good to see our Europeans in the chat. Malaga, Spain, Jamaica. Hello everybody. Yes, and before we go on, as usual, I brought something to munch on because, Sundays are just set like this for me nowadays. Like, I think my body has adjusted to this cycle, which I'm trying to break. But am I wearing this sweater backwards? No, I'm not. Yeah. But because I just, I kind of go into like hibernation mode over the Saturday to Sunday morning, and then I wake up at like 2 p.m. or something like that, and then I miss my lunch, and then I'm not very hungry during the dinner time, and then my grandma insists me to eat something, so I do eat something like at 4 or 5-ish, and then when I do the stream at like 1:30 a.m. I get very hungry, so I bought some snacks, which is not going to be very healthy for me, but here we go again. How is your house hunting going on? I will actually get into that topic. I think you might have seen it in the Instagram stories. Appreciate you following. So I'll share you that story. Let me actually memo it down because I keep on forgetting all these talking points. Yeah, so house hunting. Yeah. I wonder how you guys are all doing. It's the end of the year, and I hope you guys have some fun plans. Unlike me, I'm all alone. I'm probably gonna stay in the studio and watch Home Alone and sip on some beer by myself. Very lonely Christmas ahead of me, but yeah. Okay. Let me know how it's going for y'all. I love sharing my stories, but I always love to hear from your side of the world as well. Like, it's just so intriguing to hear the diversity of my audience, like how old they are, where they're from, what kind of plans and what kind of life they have, all that kind of stuff. So please do share in the chat. Like, if I don't recognize it, I'm sorry, but you can talk amongst yourself in the chat too, but I will try to keep an eye on it. I feel like David needs a hiatus so we can relax and reset. Maybe that is necessary. And Rachel, by the way, I will give you your Christmas gift. So please send me your whatchamacallit, No, actually, you know what? Send me a message on Discord and I'll let you know the instructions on how I'll send you the stuff. Because things are a little bit complicated right now, so just message me on Discord. I'll get you the instructions. Yeah, for that gift you won last time. My sister and bro-in-law from Italy visits us, so we're spending Christmas together. Oh, that is amazing. Wow, all the way from Italy. That's crazy. Yeah, alone and studying for a certification after going to my hometown. Wow, that is intense, but that shall pass too. Once you get that certification and once, I don't know what you're studying for, but you get that profession, then you'll be flying all over the world and banking money and all that. So, yeah, fighting. We all have those phases. Right? During Christmas, doing Christmas Eve with friends and Christmas Day with family. Wow, that is amazing. That sounds ideal. Like, I mean, what more could you want than that? I have no life. That's why I'm watching yours. Well, welcome to the gang. Welcome to the hoodie gang. Yes, welcome to the KPC fam. We all have no lives, including myself. The host himself has no life. So, yeah, nothing to be shameful of. Like, a lot of people like us in the world. Yeah, this is a safe space where you can just pour out your insecurities and what you think society might feel is awkward or whatever, but we won't judge because I'm like that too. What happened to your lower lip? A lot of people have been asking me throughout the multiple of streams. I have a habit of, what do you call it? Like tearing up my lips, like when I get anxious or when I'm like thinking deeply. So this part is always torn apart because it's like the spot I go to. Yeah. My family is about to sell some property in SC. If you're interested, I could try to cut you a good deal. Wow. I don't have that money, Rachel. As much as that sounds appealing to me, like, yeah, I don't got no money to buy any property. So, yeah, I'll give a pass on that one. And also, like, I don't think I'll find myself investing like for property in SC, which I have no connection to right now. Yeah, so family and some friends. That's amazing. That's amazing. I need the sweater deeds. It's nice. Deeds. What do you mean by deeds? But this is a sweater from one of my favorite brands. It's called All Saints. I think it's a British brand or something. Yeah, it's some of these department stores in Korea, but I've just stumbled upon some of their products. Actually, I went to the outlet. I'd never buy designer brands or anything expensive in department stores. I went to an outlet and they were doing like an 80% clearance sale. And I got this sweater because it looked pretty unique. It's like a striped, minimal looking sweater, but it's kind of overfit if you look at the lines over here. And then you got a little bit of detail like the drooping down lines. I don't know, it looks kind of messy but minimalistic and all that at the same time, and I like these, like, I like the fit of it. So anyways, like I was just talking about that, I got like a few pieces from that clearance sale. So my go-to shopping place would be outlets in Korea. There's a big one in Paju. There's a big one, Paju outlet is one of the biggest ones. There's one in Gimpo Premium Outlet. Busan has a lot of outlets too, Kijang and all that. So yeah, it's the same as American outlets. Like, believe me, I think they just literally just copy pasted U.S. outlets. Like brick roads, like white concrete stores. You go inside and everything says like 80%, 50%. But once you actually look at it, it's like, oh, up to 80%, and they only give you 15% discounts. Yeah, so stuff like that. And they got like shitty clothes. But you can find some treasures here and there. That's where I go. I don't go intentionally to shop because like I've never been like a fashionable guy or a person that spends money on clothes. But when my mom wants to go and she's like, you need some proper clothes. What are you wearing right now? You're wearing rags. And I get forced to go, and then she just like goes on a spree, and then I follow. Yeah, that's how it usually happens. Anyways, fun me, hello, H, yeah. Hello. What are we gonna eat today? Okay, I will let you guys know. I got a 1+1 deal as usual, from CU, Hershey's. This was on 1+1. I do not like cookie and creams, but this was the 1+1 deal, so that's why I got it. yeah, some people say Hershey's is disgusting. I honestly can't distinguish the taste between chocolates. My bad. I got this 양념 감자. It's like seasoned 감자, potato chips. And these ones are sold from Lotteria. I think I unconsciously just grabbed this because of the martial law news and the whole military generals scheming it at Lotteria. So I was like, you know what? I'll get some Lotteria. Yeah. And then I got like another 1+1 deal for these drinks. But where's the other one? What the heck? Did I drop? Oh, I must have dropped the drink. Oh, so that was the thud noise when I was coming up. Okay, I need to go and reclaim that. But yeah, I'm trying not to drink too much soda because I got a comment about that. Jane, thank you so much for the $5. Pizza! Already cheering up my mood. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And if you notice in the pinned comment, there's this new function that's like target, like super chat targets. I don't know what it is, but it was just there and YouTube was like, try it out. So I was like, okay, whatever. Ask your questions. You can shoot super chats. I don't know if that's actually going to activate like, more super chats or anything, but it's a new function. So just put it out there. Look at it. If you want to support the stream directly, PayPal is the best way to go. So it's in the pinned comment over there. And what is that? Jane also gifted 5 memberships to the Pizza Club. Wow, that is crazy. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you for being so generous to our fam. Now people will have cute little emojis and highlighted names next to their IDs. Thank you so much. And the Bard, wow, what is that? SEK 129. I always forget what that is, but thank you so much, regardless of what amount that is. Thank you so much for that. Yes. Gifts, and more gifts. Yes. Hello. Yes. So let me start with some chocolate because I need that sugar rush. I need that sugar rush to go on. Yeah. Oh, Navneet got the membership? Well deserved. Well deserved. Yes. Definitely. Jane Lung becoming the newest KPC GOAT. Yeah. I mean, our GOAT would be Uncle Dan. He's always lurking in the chat. But Jane Lung, yeah, stepping up. Cookies and cream. Namjoon? Okay. I feel that sugar rush going on. And 250 people in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Smash that like button before we go on to the actual depressing news. Okay. So, let me give you an explanation of, oh no, why is YouTube buffering again now? Like, not a single thing is going well today. I don't know why. I hope it's not buffering too bad. Internet is a little bit laggy, but hopefully it'll get through. Even this chocolate bar is giving me a pain in the ass. Reminder, press the like button, fellow hoodie toppings. Yes. Is it lagging? It's Swedish krona. Okay. What's the depressing news? Says Hellraiser. I don't know if that's your real name, but seems pretty suitable for your comment. Okay, it should be back now. Oh no. I don't know why, but the internet's like on and off. Today everything's pretty much on and off. Is white chocolate real chocolate? Let's debate. I didn't even know that was a debate. Okay. Okay. So why am I stressed before Christmas and New Year? Because I'm single. No, I'm just kidding. I don't give a F about being single. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel the cuffing season pressure or anything. I'm too old for that shit. Like that's like for 20s and some immature people. So like, I'm over that kind of stuff. I don't get affected whenever I see couples walking down and like kissing themselves in Yongsan Station and hugging in front of Christmas trees and the mistletoe and all that shit. I don't care. I could care less. The thing is, it's that time of the year. Wait, why did I lose so many viewers at once? Are people exiting because of the lag, or is there a technical problem? I'm so sorry, but okay. So the thing is, I've just been like reflecting on this year, and you know how I'm a goal-driven, career-driven, money-driven, result-driven kind of person. It's pretty ironic because if you think about it, the whole thing that depresses me and stresses me is that I look back upon this year and I felt like I've achieved nothing. I haven't achieved anything at all. It's like I'm at the same place where I was in 2024 December. Once that thought just hit me, I was like, I'm a freaking loser. I'm a failure. What am I doing with my life? I'm 32, turning 33. It's not considered a young age. Some people, relatively, it might be for you, but these are precious years. One of the last years that I can actually grind. And I'm like, what did I do this year? I can't even remember what I did. And that's a huge problem. And the results on the sheets don't resemble any kind of success or indicate any kind of success. And I was like, yeah, there's a problem here. And here he goes. The rant begins. Is that exactly how you feel? Okay, no, you're talking about white chocolate. Okay, you don't care about my feelings or anything. You're talking about white chocolate in the chat. Well, I appreciate that. You guys can talk about white chocolate. Speaking of, I need another bite. I thought we were having a moment there. You were relating to my situation, but no. But anyways, why I feel like this is, you know, in the new year, I was just very so ambitious because I had the sponsorship for the new studio. It was a new year. I successfully kickstarted KPC, which was on like a nice curve that was going up. I expected it to be a J curve, but then it plateaued. So that's basically the source of my current stress right now. Because you might have noticed that the subscriber count hasn't grown drastically. It has grown like very slowly. And I guess that's the nature of YouTube nowadays. And I guess that's the result in what you sow, what you reap. So, no, you reap what you sow. What? Anyways, my brain is not braining, but yeah, I look back and I was like, did I use this studio to the full extent of its like capability? Did I actually whip myself to put out like regular content? What did I do this year? And knowing that YouTube is my core, I got like an existential crisis right now. I was like, I should have put more time, energy, and focus on YouTube. And I just realized that now, and it's December 23rd. And I don't want to be hard on myself because I got plenty of excuses right now. Because I definitely can justify myself. Because, you know, it's been a hard year for everybody. The economy is extremely bad. You know, the living costs are up. Everything's up. And everyone's just struggling in general. And in the midst of that, you gotta like, and I was starting up a new channel, from scratch. So I expected it to be an uphill battle. And in the midst of that, I've always said, like, to put bread on the table, to pay the bills, to pay the heater bills, to get food, you know, maintain the studio, maintain my apartment rent and all that. You gotta have basic income. Like, I'm not talking about the social policy and all that. You gotta have some sort of income. And while YouTube is very fluctuable and non-reliable, that's why I got, like, those freelance jobs. And yeah, it was a very steady stream of income that, sustained me throughout the whole year. But then because of that, it just sucked out so much of my time. And I felt like, while it had its pros of like just keeping me alive for 2024, I'm like, yeah, pat on the back, you survived 2024, yay! You didn't go in debt, you didn't starve. Yeah, nothing dramatic like that happened. There is a saying in Korea that like if you don't have any debt at all, if you're like zero debt, if you're plus on your bank accounts, then you're in the top 30% or something. I don't know. That might be a myth. That's hard to believe. But there's a thing called good debt as well. So like if you have a house and you have a huge mortgage, that's also debt too. But that doesn't mean you're poor and you're struggling paying interest rates and you're drowning in debt, right? So anyways, I think technically like, the whole population that doesn't have any debt is like under 30%. It could be good, it could be bad, but at least on my side, I would say it's not bad at all. So I'm like, yeah, congratulations, you made it through another year. But then, like, is it really something to congratulate and give yourself a pat on the back for surviving, just for the sake of surviving? Aren't human beings like, at least for myself, like in my own perspective, aren't we supposed to improve and achieve and, excel and all that? And I felt like I was just like stuck in that plateau, and I've just been hovering around the same place. And I'm not trying to undergrade all my efforts I did this year. Of course, I was very consistent with the live streams. That's why I could get you guys, which are very loyal to my streams. I really appreciate, and we built a really nice community that gathers every single time I turn on my live streams, and everyone in the chat knows each other's names, and that's great. So I think definitely that's one thing I've achieved, and I'm not taking for granted. But then, like, if you look at the macro indicators like subscriber count, like how many videos I put out, the growth rate, and all that, that's just like very, very underwhelming for me. And then how much I use my studio. So yeah, it just all came at me at once. And then I was just like doing a self-assessment, and I was like, yeah, you kind of failed this year. Like I would have, if there would be a report card for your YouTube channel and your career, I would give you like a D plus or something like that. And I saw something very funny on Uncle Roger today. The guy, like, he's like, hiya, and then like, always like critiquing Asian food. He was watching Culinary Class Wars, derailing totally, but he was talking about when Baek Jung-won, the chef, gave one of the Michelin chefs an A minus on their plate. Uncle Roger's commentary was like, A minus means like you fail in Asian terms, something like that. And that's totally true, because we're super harsh on ourselves. If we don't get an A plus, that means you're a freaking failure. But I'm giving myself a D minus right now, a D plus. So that means I'm a failure in my term. But yeah, so like compared to what I was like very ambitious about in the first half of this year, and right now time has just flew by, and it's already the end of the year. We're looking at December, we're looking at Christmas and the New Year, right? It's absurd, it's crazy. And yeah, so we're in talk, Jin and I in talks of removing the studio. I'm house hunting. That was yeah, what we were talking about before. And amidst all of this, I was just like, yeah, this year was a total flop. I hate to admit it, but you got to be hard on yourself, and I need to use this as fuel and motivation to like pump me next year. At least I haven't cracked down. At least I have that mentality. It's another year, but then the insecurity, anxiety always hits me again and again. Like, oh, what if I elong this another year, and I'm like barely scraping the surface and like all like surviving, but then I don't make it. And then once like I hit that threshold and I'm like 40 and something, I'm still trapped in this realm. What am I gonna do? Nobody's gonna take care of me. I won't have any. Anyways, yeah, I'm just that kind of person. But basically, I'm just bitching about myself, saying like, at at the beginning of the year, I basically, bottom line, wanted to build a system. I wanted to delegate. I wanted to automate stuff. I wanted to actually make a business, get out of this creator economy, and do everything by myself, like exploit myself, stay up to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., pull all-nighters, all that kind of stuff. Like, I wanted to lower the dependence on myself, but then that didn't work out. I only just 200% put more dependence on me. The dependency rate just went up, and then my health deteriorated, my sleep cycles all effed. You know, so it's a shipwreck. It's a train wreck, and I can't reverse it since it's the end of the year right now, and I'm just self-assessing, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah, shit happened. So, yeah, it's just so sad because as a human being that has to survive in this economy, I just can't abandon my regular immediate monthly income from that freelance job that gives me some kind of safety net, because, you know, like, that's, you never know when you're actually going to get another job that pays like that. You know, it's stability, and it's just so hard to discard that and go all in for your ambitions and dreams. And I know one part of my heart says, like, do it, like, you've already done enough. But then what if I fail, like this year again? So it's just really just eating up in my mind. And that's basically been my thoughts. I have more layers to share with you guys, but then you guys have been making fun of me for the past live streams, that I zone out in my rants. So let me just go back and read some of your comments. You probably have changed, but you didn't notice it. Maybe. Make a strategy, keep up to it, more videos. Those two over 100K Patreon content. Yeah, like, I thank you for the encouraging words, but, like, yeah, there are some achievements, but it could have been way better, way better. You've always wanted to do a PhD anyway? Wow. Okay, I could never. Yeah, we want to thrive, not just survive. Yeah, you guys get me. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? In Korean, that's like a phrase when a lot of Korean people imitate when we're trying to imitate Americans. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you guys say that very fast, right? So Koreans say "유남생," "유남생." So we're like, "유남생," 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 "유남생." Yeah. Pat yourself in the back for surviving 2024. I hope you guys do that for yourselves too. Like, you know, I'm just, as I said, bitching about myself. You guys might think this is a first world problem. He's way much in a better place than I am and all that kind of stuff. Everyone has their own situations. I really acknowledge that. And I know that in some parts, I'm really, really blessed to have what I have. And I'm really just not entitled, and I'm grateful towards all of that. But then once you're in this level, you have this kind of expectation towards yourself, and if you don't achieve that, it just, like, really just, you know, just deteriorates your mind in a sense. Yeah. Yes, it's definitely worth it. Sometimes survival is improving. Maybe. Yeah, just survival through this hard period, maybe it is improving, because I've heard and saw so many business owners and people around me that are struggling, but there are some people that are striving too. So, like, comparing is the devil, but still, comparison is the devil. But yes, it's okay to pat ourselves on the back just for surviving every once in a while. Yeah. You should definitely give yourself a pat on the back for surviving. It's an achievement in itself. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You should always remember the positives. Yes. 아닙니다. 많이 했어요. 수고 많이 했습니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Maybe 2024 was your grind hard year, and next year you will blast off. You never know, David. Yes, hopefully. Life is not a straight line of success and achieving goals. Sometimes we learn and benefit more from failing that enables our future success. That's the only way I can justify this year. It's kind of like mental gymnastics, but I would like to see it in that way. Like, you know, there was a wise person that said something along the lines of, like, you know, if you don't fail, you never know that you are going to succeed. If you don't try and you don't fail multiple times, then it's not like quote like, you know, the exact words, but you get what I'm saying, right? You gotta actually try, fail in order to succeed. So that's the path all the way. You can't succeed in one go. Nowadays, I feel like younger generations, including myself, are just so affected by social media and seeing all these overnight success, celebrities and successes, and these Gen Z CEOs and multimillionaires, and we just keep on comparing. So, like, yeah, I know that is a curse, but yeah, time is ticking for me. I think about the quote from the Kingdom of Heaven a lot. I know I will work 60 years, die, and bury 200 feet from where I was born. Whoa, that's crazy. I saw this amazing, like, kind of scary reel on Instagram the other day. It was like one of those motivational reels, and said, like, you know, we only live here for max like 100 years, and then like after 2 generations, your kids are going to inherit your house, and they're going to slowly forget. Like your great grandchildren won't even know who you are. And the only way to like leave your legacy, of course, it's the family bloodline, and the first thing is to create a families, and that's I think the prime purpose of being a human being on this planet, other than like what do you call it? You know, achieving your goals and whatever you want to do, self-development and all that. Other than that, making a family comes next. And then other than that, the third one that a lot of men and women and human beings thrive for is creating some kind of legacy you can pass down on, so that even though you are dead, you are out of this world, your family, your friends, the world will remember you for something. It doesn't have to be a grand thing like you're the Rockefellers or you're the Elon Musk or something like that. It could be just a small thing, a little thing you did that bettered society. But no, not a lot of people actually get to achieve something like that if you actually think about it. So yeah, that's food for thought, I would say. I just missed the super chat. I was trying to click on it, but then it just passed by. I'm so sorry. Let me try to read it in the activities here. Wow, actually, I got a lot of super chats. Gavin Greenhorn, thank you for the THB 100. Is that Thailand bot? Small pat on the back. Thank you so much. Rachel, I think you tried different things this year despite feeling you haven't. You did a Zoom call with me. Of course, the most important. We helped John with his fan name. You helped spread awareness about important issues. Yeah, I guess. Elsa says you also have to be realistic. If someone else did everything you have done this year, would you consider them a failure? Probably not. I don't know. Because I'm in this creator community, there are things I hear, there are things I see, and it's a small community. We hear everyone whispering, and we hear everyone assessing and evaluating each other. And it's very superficial, but it gets into your mind. And I've heard some things, like, it's something along the lines like, oh, what's David doing nowadays? And people are usually like, oh, I think he's doing live streams. I don't really know what he's doing. So when that comes out, that's not a good sign, like usually it should be like, oh, like he already hit like 100K subscribers. He's getting like these massive brand deals. He's like the ambassador of SoulCon or whatever. Like they're usually these milestones people pick on and then like describe you as for this year and what you're doing nowadays. But then normally, like what I've been hearing is like, oh, I think he's doing YouTube or something. That's honestly not a very great reaction. And I know that exterior evaluation isn't much, but then if you want to be objective, if you want to like actually grow yourself, that is important feedback and reactions too. Like it's important intel about yourself. So yeah, that also got into my mind too. Kunav, thank you for the 10. David, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Your podcast with Aiden Kim has stayed with me. That was very heartwarming. Yeah, that's one thing I really liked about this year. Yeah, and I did one with Lana too. I did one with the the connecting fam and all that. So that's good. Elsa, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. And Sunny Southpaw, hello. 안녕하세요. Hello. David, hitting all the age ranges from 14 to 74. What do you mean? What do you mean? I have also subscribed since you first started because of your unique genuineness. I guess that's my biggest weapon right now. My genuineness. Okay. The video essays did very good though. Perhaps a new focus for next year. Definitely. More coming. I want improvement. Exactly. I want growth. I want self-growth. Wait, I actually made it to a live. Yes, you did. Hit that like button. A lot of new names in the chat. Yes, appreciate that. A new year is upon you with new opportunities. Effort is your ace. Yes, thank you so much for the encouraging words. Thank you. So do you want to leave the creative space and focus on entrepreneurship? What is your ultimate career goals? That's actually a great question. I feel like I've learned a thing or two. So this goes on deeper. Like I have a huge rant coming up. No, not that much. But actually today, wait, I got some like little buzzy notification. Oh, wow, Lily Sam, you've done so well, David. Happy 2024. Thank you so much for the 20 pizza. Thank you so much. Thank you. Maybe that pinned comment does actually help. Thank you so much. Before we go on, both my adult offspring are feeling this way. It has been a rough year. Yeah. Sienna, I often coach my startup clients around this issue. Juggling getting something off the ground is tricky when you have to juggle freelance work. You can end up not progressing your own business. Yes. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You hit the nail. Like, there. That is exactly like, you articulated my feelings. Totally. A great foundation builds a good house, just like DKDK was a start, then on and on. You reach the roof. Instant money is nice, but you can crumble fast. Yes. So, I'm sorry I can't read all your comments, but let me go on because who was that comment from? Sayanya. You just really nailed it over there. And what I wanted to talk about is basically this. So, actually today, drama time, get your tea out. So, I had a little quarrel. Maybe a fight with Jin, with our co-founder Piroso. We've been doing Piroso for a year, technically a year. I think we've actually started it, launched it during like April, May-ish. So it's been like, actively for 6 months, let's say. My mind is constantly trying to like justify it. But let's say we've been actively doing it for like 6 to 8 months, give or take. It hasn't performed well. Well, what do you expect from a starting business, right? It's a startup and it's an online store. Even though I have a viewership that is going to trickle down into the store, and that has actually helped, and a lot of other business owners have evaluated as it's a tiny step, and you have an advantage, so you're good. But if you look at the numbers and the sales and all that kind of stuff, it hasn't been that great, honestly. I'll just be totally honest. The standards of not great is that we haven't paid ourselves a single dime with Piroso. A single penny. It's a passion project at this point. Right now we've invested so much time into the online store. You won't even imagine. And this is one part of the problem. Right now, I have like maybe 3 or 4 big pillars in my life. I have Piroso, I have the freelance job, I have YouTube, and I get like other stuff. But it's such a meticulous process. You have to upload all these things. You have to contact all the clients and the product providers. You have to put all the logistics and all that kind of stuff. You have to go to fairs. You have to design shit. And I'm sorry for calling my stuff shit, but it's just slang. Please understand. You have to maintain the website. I have to advertise it on screen and stuff, do events, make coupon codes. It's bigger than what you actually see on screen. You might just see like, oh, go check out piroso.net and there's like this and you can go buy it and then it's automatically shipped to you. But behind the process, there's like so many little things to discuss and so many details there. But anyways, Quarrel, physical or verbal? Not physical. We're adults. We don't do physical. Yeah, but yeah, we got into like a 40-minute kind of fight over the phone. There was a trigger point. It was a childish trigger point, but I won't get too deep into that in respect of Jin and our relationship. We're all intact. We're super professional. We made amends and we're all good right now. So in hindsight, this is the reason I can actually tell it to you guys. So the reason we fought, it was bottom line. Bottom line is, the source. If you try to track the source of our problems, although our trigger point was something very trivial, it was because the store wasn't doing good. It wasn't generating revenue, and if it's not generating revenue, then it's not a profitable business, and a non-profitable business is not worth running. And Jin is even older than me, and we're both using our precious time. So, yeah, amidst all of that context, if some things start going wrong, like I didn't do this, Jin didn't do that, I said this, Jin said that, and then like these sparks, make ember and fire, and it becomes a wild forest fire and all that. So yeah, it kind of surged like that today, and I was trying to be as rational as possible. I won't say this, but yeah, we talked about this a lot, and yeah, at the end, I won't go into too many details, but Jin called like an emergency meeting tomorrow, so we're gonna do that. So I gotta cut short today and get some good sleep because I want to be in my right mind to do one of the board member meetings. It's a very important meeting that decides the direction of Piroso. I still stand by our mission. I think it's great, and I still see the potential of it. I feel like we should give it more time, but time is against us right now. The society is against us. You know what I'm saying, right? Everyone's very anxious. Everyone's very unstable. And in Korean social standards and context, as I've been saying, like I've been aforementioning for the past 40 minutes, if you don't get like fast results, and especially if you're not in your, like, we're not like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Any one of those numbers would be good, but we're like 32 and 35 right now, 33 and now to 36. So if we're pouring our time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears, wrecking our time, like sleep cycles, and it's been like a year, like we could call it a test run. And if it's not profitable, if it's not worth it yet, then we need to do a major sit down and do a re-evaluation. So bottom line, there was a lot of like other trivial details, but that I figured out that was the root of the problem. And there was a discrepancy. Like, I'm just telling you the big things, like the big picture. So I told you how Naked Soul converted to Piroso, right? Like, everyone abandoned ship on Naked Soul. It was just like there in a limbo phase, and then Jin got kind of tired of it, and then he was like, I can do this by myself, and then he needed a marketing channel, so he got me. So we became co-founders, and here we are. We've been working peacefully for the past year, and it's been great. But then, like, my role was to be promotion and ads and, like, live streams and all that, and maybe some public connection, like clients meetings and all that business. And I feel like on my part, and then Jin's part was to be the operations and logistics and stuff. And as a startup, I understand that the roles can overlap, and sometimes one part can be overwhelming. I try to help as much as I can. But then, like, between co-workers and co-partners, at least co-founders, there is this huge gap you can't fill in terms of roles. So one side might have some sort of, what do you call it? complains about the other side. Like, I feel like you're not doing any work. I feel like I'm doing all the work. I'm just busting my ass over here. Well, and then one side would say, well, without me, would you be earning any money? Like, where would the sales be coming from? Where would, like, didn't I get like a $10,000 deal yesterday? Like, I feel like that should be mutually respected and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking in specific in terms of our relationship, but this is the general case, okay? This is the general case. My producer friend who works in a drama production company says the same thing, even in a corporate setting. There are people that are working behind their chairs 24/7 and busting their asses off, and they don't get TV ratings, while there are TV producers that go out to room salons and bribe and brown nose these other actors or entertainment companies or rich people, and then they get like amazing budgets from Netflix, and they land like a huge TV production, and they get like star celebrities, and they become instantly successful and gain all the money in the company, but they don't come to work. But at the end, the HR department gives more credit to that person who doesn't even come to work, because that person gained all the money and all the TV ratings and all the advertisements to the company, and does not reward the person who has been working behind the chair 24/7. So it's a really common thing, and I feel like there's a little bit of a resemblance in that dynamic in Piroso as well. But then my stance is like, I think that it was clear cut about that. And you guys already know that I do not neglect the operation side. I've been spending nights uploading products myself, communicating with the clients, going to fairs and all that. So I am very, very upfront. I can be very confident that I have not been slacking off, and I've been trying my best to do it. But then sometimes it just comes to a point, and then like both sides have like a misunderstanding, and it explodes, right? So things like that occurred. And like on Jin's side, this is like his all in. So he's getting very desperate about it. He's getting very anxious about it. For me, I'm on a little bit of a more luckier side, because I have YouTube and other freelance stuff. And we both agree that we could have dedicated times for Piroso, a chunk of the day allocated for it. So there are no complaints on that. But my complaint maybe is that once I complete my role and I do like extra work for Piroso, then I'm like losing time to focus on YouTube as well. And then there's my freelance job. So everything is just like unaligning and like infiltrating each other's section. And I'm always never getting rest time. So for instance, like the freelance job I have, which I work with the US, which I'm obligated to stay up until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning every single day. It's been going through a huge project nowadays for the past 2 months. And I've literally had to pour like 5x times more than what I had to pour like last year with this job. So it's definitely been dripping down and infiltrating my KPC area. And then Piroso has been growing too, which is good too. That's been like interlocking. So like KPC, which should be the core of myself, is now like there, and I can't really focus on it. So it's become like this huge dilemma right now. And that's why I wanted to build a whole system where like I have like assistants and editors and writers and all that could, do a lot for KPC, but then there's like monetary restrictions and all that. So it's a very, very big pain in the ass and headache. So I am not experienced enough to solve this. I don't know. Some people around me say like, just abandon your job, like just you don't make that much money off of it, don't you? Like I'm pretty sure if you invest that into YouTube, you'd be able to make that much. While I think that is true, once you're in this cozy situation and once you got that stability, you got different lens. You know what I'm saying, right? So huge dilemma here. I hope you hear me out. And that's been happening. So the fight today kind of also triggered my stressful thoughts and all that. And I have another layer waiting, but before we go into that, let's read some comments because I've been zoning out in my rant zone again. You saved my week. Thank you for the Sunday Monday live. I don't know if my stressful rant has saved your week, but if it did, but somehow, miraculously, I appreciate you saying that. I think it's understandable that you feel pressure. However, it's too exhausting to keep comparing and pressuring yourself to success. In other parts of the world, you would be considered successful. So that's actually leading to the other layer, the other narrative I'm about to unfold after reading your comments. So thank you for bringing that up, Love Namjin. What's up, David? I'm just ranting about how big of a failure I am. I have good feelings from Beatles, especially since the curation is so artistic and carefully crafted. Thank you so much. Oh no, second divorce. No divorce is happening. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, good luck for your meeting. May it go well. It will go well. We're both level-headed people, and we're both smart people, and we're both mature adults, so nothing really physical or dramatic is going to happen. We've gone through that. We've blown off all the steam today. Yeah, I think at the end, we just both needed some respect for each other. Yeah. To be a little bit biased, I feel like I needed a little bit more respect and credit too. But anyways, that's my point of the view. Those TikTok shops go crazy viral. I know we gotta venture into these new things. Like we're gonna be extinct. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about SEO as well and all these kind of things. Yeah, I just sit and watch him talk. It's so cute how he sits there and tells us all his views and stuff. Thank you, Jennifer. Actually, Jennifer, you know what? Because you guys actually introduced you, I'm also derailing again. A huge tangent. I forgot what I was about. Oh, yeah. Actually, Jennifer, I think if I'm not wrong, because you guys recommended that YouTuber called The Average Korean Man. Is that his name? I'm sorry if that's wrong. I think it's The Average Korean or The Korean Guy or something like that. He popped up in my feed today as a live stream. He was doing a live stream last night or something. Like nobody does live streams at that time. So I was like, I was like 4 a.m. or something. I was like, what is this guy doing? And then I watched the stream, and then I think I saw your name in the chat. So I was like, yeah, we have similar audiences, and that totally makes sense because it's similar topics. And then it totally makes sense, obviously, because you guys recommended him to me. And then I tuned in for like 3 minutes, but I was like, my job calls. I had to go, but fun thing. I just wanted to do. Like, yeah, he seemed like a good lad. I don't know how old he is, but maybe he's a young or something. I could reach out to him, do like a collab, do a live stream together. It'd be fun. Yeah. So thanks for introducing. Unless a business is offering a niche product that can potentially give you faster revenue, that isn't a guarantee either. Yeah, there's so many. Believe me, I've been watching so many business gurus and all these advice and stuff. But at the end, I guess activation and implementation is like taking action is the best thing to do. But a human being has only so much energy in life. Yeah. Unlike that, never mind. Slow and steady wins the race. Beatles has great potential. Don't give up on it just yet. Yeah, that's my mindset too. Yeah, but there's been a lot of like demotivating words coming from outsiders and stuff. Yeah, but anyways, not the room so once. Well, that's where Korean business happens. Like it or not, it's still very prevalent according to my friends. Yeah. All right, you have to go Christmas shopping. Just wanted to say hello real quick. Merry Christmas in advance. Let's see. Think of your opportunities as expansion. In the end, you will reap what you sow. There we go with the right expression. All you need to sleep, and a day is 24 hours max. I hope you find your Korean English speakers. That's super hard. That is so hard. Yeah. Anyways, advertising to those centers that offer Korean language programs. That's a thing we've thought of before. Actually, we just have so much stuffed up right now. Right now, I'm doing like 4 things for Piroso at once. It's crazy. I went to this trend fair. I sourced like 15 15 artists and brands. I've sent emails out to them. They're all replying to them. I'm communicating with every single one of them right now. Also, I'm doing this, like I said, the government promotion program for like small businesses. I've been showing you these products over here, the soap and all that. Yeah, like I've been doing all this. I've been doing the communication and like uploading all those all the products for that. Also, I've been preparing for SeoulCon. SeoulCon is just around the corner. It's next week. We have an entire booth dedicated for us. I need to plan a live stream for that. I need to do like the logistics for that. We're also planning to put out like a new Piroso hoodie. We've been doing the designs. I've been doing the model casting. So there's so many things. But then if it doesn't generate any revenue at the end, like it just it just humbles you a lot. And then now I'm like, oh, I need to put out this video on KPC. It's so overdue. And I just don't get the time to do it. And then this other freelance job requires me to like, you know, do this by the deadline right now. Like if you don't do this, you're going to get fired, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, life is, yeah. The struggle dilemma is totally normal. Yeah. 35 and totally understand hanging on to stability, not taking chances also. Exactly. Yeah. David cracked a smile. The word is a better place now. I recommend Average Korean Man in a super chat, I think. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. He's 32 then? He's probably the same age as me. Okay, we might be friends. Average Korean is 32. That sounds weird. Average Korean is 32. Okay. It's fun seeing you interact with different dudes. What about the Cheetos expansion? That's not happening. Nah. Is it a good time to visit Korea end of December? No, never come during the cold. My answer is clear cut. You work hard, ganbatte. Thank you. To be honest, I found Piroso a bit expensive. I just don't have that kind of disposable income, not criticism. I totally understand where you're coming from. I totally understand. We also know that we set the prices a little bit high, but that's just inevitable. I won't get into the details, but there are a lot of layers. I'll just tell you the basics. The Korean providers or product providers, they all have exclusive deals with domestic online platforms and other platforms they're selling on. And the only way we can attract them to get into our site is by selling the fact that we are shipping overseas. And also they understand that because they have exclusive deals with other platforms that are domestic, that they don't even ship overseas. If we have a cheaper price than them, that's against the non-compete or something like that. So yeah, that's one reason we have to upper the prices. Also, we have to consider the currency because the Korean won is so down right now. That's why, you know, we have to put in some buffers and all that. There's like wild card events in the overseas shipping and all that. We've took massive losses because of the customs and all that being sent back and being discarded and blah blah blah. So Jin said like we need like a massive margin there, and even so we don't get, like, as I said, we don't even get any revenue. So yeah, that's a sad reality. I guess at this point we need to just reassess the market or the business model itself. Maybe it's not sustainable. Yeah, maybe it was just a learning process and this was just a summer night's dream. Yeah, if that's the right expression. Shipping overseas is expensive. Exactly. Yeah. So where was I going to? Oh yeah, I remember. So I don't know the exact comment that was segueing me to the other point. But the other point of depression. Oh yeah, the other point of depression. Excuse my crumbling over here. I just need some chips. Sounds like y'all are ready to make a big change. I'm moving to Korea. Okay. Complete restart. Wow. Fighting on that. Genuinely rooting for you. If you need any help at all, just let me know in the chat or Discord. Do you use a productivity software like Notion where you can plan months in advance and color code? We've tried. It's really hard. And we're two people, so I know that we need to get more organized, but like It's just been so hard to even keep up with our daily tasks. Like it feels like, oh, like making timesheets and punching in like, calendars and goals and all that. That's like an extra step of work. I'm just so tired to do that right now. Like, yeah, I understand. But like in corporate, like I used to do all that stuff when I was an intern back in the advertising agencies. The head and the project managers would like say all these things. I'd do the meeting minutes and make all those calendars, make the appointments, like reserve the meeting rooms and like all that. But I know that it's very effective and it's needed, but when you're short-handed, that also feels like extra work. And you just want a little bit more sleep. Anyways, to go back on my recent thoughts, adding on to the whole context of this, I was looking around this area for a house because you guys know that I'm moving out and my grandma's gonna go to Busan and I'll be left alone in Seoul, so I need somewhere to live, right? So my savings a little bit, the house chonsei right now a little bit, combine that, and then I'm trying to get a nice house where I can do content, do work, and also live at the same time, save some rent from this studio. So yeah, I've been on the house hunting quest for the last week. It's been pleasant. I've seen like I think 6 houses. One, I put a huge rant on my Instagram story because like it was so good in the pictures, but I think they used the wide lens while they took the pictures. There was a second floor, and I was very excited about the second floor. The whole place was super bougie, but then when I went to the second floor, I could barely even stand. I'm not even kidding. I was like Golem. I had to like walk like this, and it was breaking my back in 30 seconds. And it had like a powder room and a secret attic room there too. And I was like, who the F is gonna crawl all the way to a powder room to like do makeup like that? Like that just doesn't make sense. Why do you even have a mirror over there? And the whole house was amazing except that. But then the realtor said it's the price is, a little bit premium because of that space. And I was like, I don't even need that space. I'm never gonna go there. I'm never gonna crawl up there and do that shit. And the person said like, oh, a lot of women actually prefer this kind of apartment because they have so many clothes. Like you're a guy. She was man shaming me, assuming that I don't have clothes. But she was like, women normally have more clothes. They have like 10x clothes than you. They have winter clothes. They have blouses. They have shirts. Blah, 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 and then they have carriers of clothes. So they really appreciate that service area. They don't really go there, but they store all their clothes in the second floor. And yeah, because like Korean homes are so like small, women really appreciate that area. Okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure a woman can't even stand over there too. But yeah, imagine you trying to get your clothes and you have to like crawl and like you have to crawl like a military soldier and get your carrier bag outside and grab it down the stairs. Like I don't know. I wouldn't even do that even if it was once in a year. But anyways, yeah. Besides that, I went to like a lot of nice, well-furnished places, like fully equipped with washing machines, dishwashers, air conditioning. They even have like stylers. I've never used a styler in my life. I don't even have suits or clothes that I want to put in a styler. But yeah. So anyways, there were nice places, and I got some candidates. Definitely gonna look for more because I have like 2 or 3 more months. So I was just looking in advance. But then it all hit me at once. Like the aforementioned problems I was talking about Piroso, about KPC, about like my other job and like my life as a whole and my finances and all that. And I've been making videos about how Korea's biggest problem is everything centralized being in Seoul, like a population crisis happening, housing prices surging, like, nobody wants to date anymore, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, it all just narrows down into Seoul centralized structure. And like, when I'm making those kind of videos, and ironically, I need to live in Seoul as well, even though I have a digital nomad available job, it kind of hit me. The irony kind of hit me. And I was like, why am I trying to live in Seoul with like an overpriced, room with like a second floor that you can barely even stand up on. And then there are realistic reasons. Of course, all my clients, all my meetings go on here physically. I have seen some other content creators work in Busan, Daejeon, and all that, and they come up frequently by the KTX, via KTX, all that. That could work. So that was one reason. And then right now we have Piroso in line, so I need to contact directly with Jin. But we've been talking over time, saying that this space might be a little bit too extravagant for us, and then we could do maybe remote work. He could take care of all the operations on his side. I could still do live streams on my side. But then if it were Busan to Seoul, that would have some serious complications like down the line. There will be definitely complications where there are scenarios we need to meet physically. So it just hit my mind, and I was like, if I just gave up on everything right now, and if I could just take YouTube and my freelance job, which is totally digital, I could just move down to Busan and get like a mansion for myself and be next to my beloved parents, my grandma, my doggos. I'm losing my doggos, by the way, because I can't raise them by myself. I get to keep everything with even a better environment, a way chill, laid back environment. What am I doing here paying 4x the price for a 3x smaller place in Seoul, doing a rat race over here when I have the option to go to Busan? Like, normally people won't even think of going to the rural countries because they have actual physical jobs in Seoul. All their family, all their friends are in Seoul. But in my case, my family's in Busan. I have a digital job. I have a lot of friends in Busan as well. I love Busan. So I totally have that option. So I was like, it just hit me. And I was like, what am I doing? And maybe this is a midlife crisis when you get like mid-30s and you're like, why am I living in Los Angeles? Why am I living in New York City when I can go to like, I don't know. Don't get offended, but like Miami? I don't know if that's a good analogy. Or I could go to Vancouver, whatever. You know what I'm saying. You get the gist of what I'm saying. I'm not American, so I can't put a great analogy on that. But yeah, it just hit me, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should actually consider going to Busan. For real. Like, I really need the ocean. It's gonna chill my vibe a little bit more. But then, snap back to reality. Oops. And I have responsibilities here. I have like physical gigs I do in Seoul that generate a portion of money for me. So those kind of stuff. And a lot of people say, like, if you want to do business and if you want to be like in the real deal, like the actual field, you gotta be in Seoul. So at the end, I always just subject to the reality. But that just hit me, and the fact that I do, the option for me, if I just let some things down, I could actually relocate to Busan, but I can't right now because of some things I'm dedicated towards. It just bothered me so much. So like, massive stress. Massive stress. Like, there's a David in the multiverse right now, chilling in the Busan Kwangali beach with my 2 doggos, my mom right beside me. I can visit my grandma every single day. I could even probably like meet a nice girl over there, I could probably get a nice regional job as like I don't know, like it doesn't have to be a lavish job or anything. I could go to like a local broadcasting network and be like a live stream engineer or a producer or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm qualified for that. They're looking for young people anyway. So I'd be, with the money I've saved already, doing YouTube on the side, doing my freelance job on the side, go to Busan and live my life. But then the fact that I can't do that, I'm so close to it, but I can't do that because of like some little perks here and some little responsibilities here, is just like so much, has bothered me so much over the past few days, along with all these other things. So you get my point of view, right? Like I feel like I'm, anyways, it's very tricky. You understand me, right? Yeah. Hope you understand. Let me read some comments. Lol. Lol. Oh god, another depressing complaining stream. Yeah, the cool time has passed. Like, I gotta do these every once in a 5 streams, right? About to get my solo apartment soon. That's gonna be fun. I don't think it's gonna be that fun. It's just gonna be an old dude that doesn't want to go outside of his house. What is a nice house by your standard, David? Can you show us some photos so we have the idea? Okay, I'll actually show you the places I've toured right after wipe my fingers. Money, depression, stress about money, please. Let's talk about anything else. All due respect, Como, I haven't been talking about that for the past 6 or 7 lives, so it's definitely the time again to talk about it. Maybe you're the one that's only dropping in coincidentally whenever I talk about these, but I feel like I've been happy for the past, I don't know, weeks, right? What is a styler? It's this machine you hang in your clothes and it just like purifies it and makes it, irons it automatically and all that. I've never used it before. I don't think I'll ever use it in the future either. I don't need that, but let me show you how it looks. Where it is? Where is it? Yeah, it's this thing. This is a styler. So apparently you put in clothes, hanging clothes like that, and it does something for it. I have no idea. You'll be happier, closer to your family. I know, right? I know. I would live in Busan as well. I'm tired of city rush, chaotic life. Yeah, Busan is just the right of city and just the right of countryside too. It's not even the countryside. It's the second biggest city in Korea. It's just that Seoul is just like, yeah, it's just Seoul. Not gonna lie, when I was in Busan, even though I did not have the opportunity to see a house there, I can tell it's pretty big on the inside. Yeah. I live in a pricey city and thinking about moving, I'm thought of Texas. Yeah, Texas could be an example. When I went to Texas, it was like, I was talking to Ross back then, and I was like, how much does that cost? And he was like, yeah, I don't remember. I was a couple $100K. Like, that mansion is like a couple $100K? With a couple $100K, the equivalent of that money, you would get like this room, right? The one I'm sitting in right now in the middle of Gangnam. Are you freaking kidding me? And I was like, yeah, it's got a pool, it's got a jacuzzi and grill and all that. I was like, I need to move to Texas. They got good ribs here. They got cowboys. They got hot cowgirls. I get myself a cowgirl and make myself a David Jr. with a cowboy hat. Especially with the networking opportunity. Exactly. So these are the things, like, that's why Seoul-centric culture and the infrastructure is, like, ruining the futures of the country itself and, like, younger people like me. Because, like, if you want to seek opportunity and success, and even just a job in general, you have to come to Seoul. Yes, I thought of that, the North Korean angle too. It's more safer there. Busan girls are cute with their 사투리. 오빠, 하문나. I don't think they're strong. The Busan 사투리 has been watered down nowadays. What are you eating? Are those Cheetos? No, these are seasoned fried chips, French fries. Busan girls give off a chill vibe compared to Seoul. Of course, because they don't have that much stress. What's a domestic flight from Busan to Seoul cost? $30. But it takes more. It probably takes more time to go to the airport to catch a flight. So that's why everyone just uses what do you call it? The KTX, the high speed rail, which is like $50 per ride. I see my kids going through this, work in a city they can't afford or live with us and be able to save. Yeah, exactly. It's a universal problem. Can you live in Busan and occasionally go to Busan like once a month and to take care of stuff? To Seoul, I guess you say? That could be a thing, but it's just very tricky when you have a co-founder like Jin who's in Seoul right now, and obviously like I can't just straight on go to Busan. You find comfort in this complaining? Maybe that's my Slavic soul speak. I feel like even when I'm complaining, like I feel like hopefully some people out there might relate to the stress and pain I'm going through. It's like growth pain, right? And we're all experiencing something similar in this wild economy, wild times nowadays. So, yeah, hopefully. Wow, really? What the heck? I want a styler. Everyone's like opened their eyes into a styler. Deodorizes it, yeah. And I think I heard it like steams it too, so it's basically ironing it in a way. In reality, you can do anything you want. You just need to plan it well and give it a realistic time bracket to do it. If you want to live in Busan, then plan it for the next 3 years. Yeah, I could. David, how many snacks do you eat per day? I think one bag, yeah. One in 5 people in Korea all living in Seoul is kind of wild. It is, it is. I cannot commute to Seoul and live in Busan. No, that is not an option because it's a 2.5 hour ride just by train. Going to the station is another 40 minutes. Door to door, it would be an hour. So in total, it'd be a 3.5 hour ride. Wherever destination I go to in Seoul, that would be another 30 minutes. So 4 hours to get to somewhere. And then I'll have to take 4 hours to get back. So, no, that's a no-no. You tried the styler while visiting Seoul. It steams clothes, removes wrinkles, and clothes smell refreshed in between washing clothes. Too bad it's not readily available in the US. Why isn't it readily available? You can just buy... Oh, you mean it's not built in the houses? Yeah. You can buy it from the LG styler or the Samsung styler or whatever. I'm sure it's in Best Buy or, yeah. Wherever you go, Home Depot, yeah. He has a Busan heart but a Seoul mind. Maybe. I was born in a big city where everyone wants to live and work, and I'm tired of it. I would like to live in a smaller town and be close to nature and better environment. Exactly, me too. If I went to Busan, one of the biggest perks would be I would never have to struggle to get tennis courts. Ugh! I cannot play tennis in frickin' Seoul. That's crazy. I don't know what it is. Like, Ryan, you're in the chat, right? Like, what I recall from Singapore is they had tennis courts everywhere around the block, and I felt like every one of them were always empty, or either there were people like playing and it was being like actively used and circulated. So I think like Singapore is really just big on daily fitness and sports. It's very friendly environment. They have like, you know, basketball courts, swimming pools and all of that. So, but Seoul, even though it's a massive city, I think it's bigger than Singapore probably. I heard Singapore is the size of Busan. No shade. Just statistically, factfully. Seoul is a bigger place, but it just got. Maybe it's just because the population is just so much. Like it's so hard to grab a court and play freaking tennis, and now they're charging like $30 per hour for a court. That's crazy. You relate very much. Okay. You want a styler too? David needs an older sponsor to help with living expenses. Who doesn't, though? With the number of suits I have, I can't imagine the number of stylers you gotta buy. Yeah. Did you see Rachel's super chat? Let me check. All the more reason to consider SC as a backup. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, a great chunk of people struggle in their own way, most definitely. Well, at least you're able to physical able to complain. Believe me, you don't want it the other way. Of course. I've been I almost said it. I watched like a lot of philanthropy videos nowadays, and I've seen so many people that are in physical disadvantage that just really, really toughens their lives, and it's just beyond imagination. And I just thank God every single time. I know it's a crooked way to think, but like to compare with a less fortunate person and then like be grateful. But I think that's human nature too. And I'm always like, yeah, even though I'm stressed out and struggling and I barely surviving, always be thankful for my physical health and my relations and my family and having a roof right now and having something immediately to eat and all that. So I don't take it for granted, yeah. But I think it's a good, like, eye opener every once in a while. Exactly. Are you considering living slightly outside of the city? What's the max commute you'd be okay with? I do not consider living outside of the city because that would defeat the purpose of myself being in Seoul. Like if I have enough money to be stationed in Seoul, like near all my places, and I can call all my friends to my house to be guests and all that, then I'd just be in the center of Seoul. Like it's a couple, it's a couple K's difference. Still, like, nobody would come to Ilsan or Incheon if I called them. It's like an hour ride. You have to have a car, or like even by train, it's a whole mess. Why would you go there? It would be good to live, of course. It'd definitely be good to live, but I have no community there. I don't have any direct friends there, relatives, families, anywhere there. I would have no reason to just live in the outskirts of Seoul. Yeah. It's either Seoul or Busan for me. I once dreamt of Jeju because Jeju at night, it's just gorgeous. And like once you go to these cafes and just sit there and see the sunset, and you think, I could live here. Yeah. And then I once took my ex, like when we were dating, of course. We went to Jeju and we were just sitting like side by side looking at the sunset and looking at the palm trees and the wind and the peacefulness. We were like, maybe we should get a house here and just retire. I could live in Jeju. But then I think after a week you get bored. I'm not that much of a countryside person. Oh, those are badminton courts. Okay. I feel like living in Seoul is a lot like owning a luxury car. People love the idea of it, but have to live to afford the experience. Yeah. Your venting is so cute. Thank you for seeing it as cute. David, is Seoul bigger than Mexico City? I have no idea. Let's see. Is Seoul... Oh, my typing is so slow because... of my fingers right now. Is Seoul bigger than Mexico City? Asking Google. And the result is, yes, Seoul is larger than Mexico City in terms of population. The capital of South Korea, Seoul, has a population of more than 10.2 million. The Seoul capital area, which includes Gyeonggi province and Incheon, is home to more than half of Korea's population. The capital of Mexico, Mexico City, is the most populated city in North America. As of 2023, Mexico has a population of 22.3 million. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So we only have 605.2 hectares and 10 million, and you guys have 14. So it's a little bit more widely spread out. Maybe I don't know the specifics, but just by the geographical size over here. Yeah, Seoul is definitely more dense, I would say, because even if you multiply 2.2, I don't think it would be 14 something. Yeah. Wait, Mexico City is the capital of Mexico? I work with an international group, and they always say they're from the capital of Mexico, and they say they're from CDMX. I never knew What? Who's lying? Here in Sweden, New Year, we eat pizza, so we will see pizza next year. Okay, that's great. And I'm so glad I'll be visiting Sweden soon. Jeju. Jeju looks like a good place to retire, yeah. Jeju is so beautiful. I was just going through the pictures I took there this year. Fresh seafood, nice wind, nice view. Oh, you have a lot of foreign subscribers who would at one point visit Korea. Maybe you can venture into the personal tours business. I've been thinking about that, but I'm trying to venture more into non-physically dependent businesses because I'm kind of done grinding myself and getting a fixed income out of that. Yeah, I want to be able to multiply. As a lot of entrepreneurs say, you need to be able to earn money while you're sleeping too. Like the factory and the workers need to do the work for you, but you have only so much. You have a cap where you could. I guess I could build like a tourism agency in a company, starting off as a tourist myself, tour guide myself, but it's complicated here because you need to get like a tour guide license too. And there's a lot of competition. I already know like 3 content creators that are doing it, and they say it's hard. 22.3 million in Mexico City. That's a freaking country, yeah. Tottenham is losing 5-1 to Liverpool. Oh my god, I didn't even expect anything though. Yeah, they pulled up a good fight against Manchester. Sonny got that amazing corner kick shoot, so I'm satisfied. I don't even really follow EPL nowadays. CDMX is the capital of Mexico City. Yeah. Oh, CDMX is Mexico City? What? I'm confused. Oh, it's just how is it an abbreviation though? I don't know. Okay. CDMX stands for You currently live and work here? Okay. Mexico City is the capital of Mexico? What? Oh, it's in Spanish, so it's like an abbreviation. Ciudad de Mexico. Mexico. CDMX. Okay. Yeah, because like all of our workers from Mexico, they always say we're in the capital of Mexico, and they all say hello from CDMX today. Yeah, so I'm like, what's CDMX? Yeah. David really likes the good Nunas. Of course I like the good Nunas. Yeah. Okay, let me just wipe my fingers over here. Wipe my fingers. David is coming to Sweden, so that's why it was mentioned. Yes, I am. I don't think this is true, but I think someone or some multiple people said that I would be very likable from the Scandinavian young girls over there. And like, if you're from that area, please do not sugarcoat or anything because I have like very high hopes here as a naive man. But would I actually be popular? And what is that comment based on? Like, is there a cultural trend over? Is there like an Asian frenzy over there, or what is that? Or yeah, like why? I think I've heard that from like four different people when I mentioned Sweden. Like, oh, you would be super popular with the young girls over here. I have no idea why, and I feel like that's just like, my subscribers being biased towards me. But if that's actually a objective phenomenon or something, then I'll be taking a half a year trip there. So you met a Swedish Korean guy in Seoul and stayed at his apartment in Stockholm some month later. Okay. I'm curious, of course. I'll stay like months and months. Swedish girlfriend incoming? Yeah, I could use some of those tall jeans, right? Aren't Scandinavian people one of the tallest people on earth? And except excluding Dutch people? I'm pretty sure Dutch people are the tallest, and then Scandinavians would follow. Yeah. Yeah, I could get those nice tall jeans for my son and Okay, so Swedish girls are very boring. So Swedish girls usually date foreigners, but K-pop is also popular here right now? Really? I'm not going to tell you about Norwegian girls since you are not coming. I'm going to Norway. I'm going to Norway. Oh, am I not? I might go to Sweden. I'm definitely going to Sweden and Denmark, and I might take a pit stop in Norway if if something is waiting for me. My housemate is Swedish. She's super tall. I've heard Swedes are nice, so I don't. Of course they're nice. They don't have any stress going on over there. I'm sorry, but when I just think of the Scandinavian vibes, it's always like everyone's like in the sunlight, jumping into lakes and riding bicycles, and there's like pine trees everywhere, and eating salmon and all that. So like I'm sorry, everyone has stress all over the world, but they're one of the most happiest nations in the world, right? Yeah, it's a stereotype, I guess. I think Tammy, our ex-editor, was from Sweden. Happy countries, yeah. There is a show right now that randomly popped up when I was eating lunch the other day on TV, and my grandma was just watching it. But Chao Nu was on it, along with other actors, and they're doing a program called renting life in, I think it was Finland. Yeah, they're visiting Finland right now, and they're in like this cabin in the woods. But wow, the nature there was astonishing, astounding. When I saw the drone footage and all that, that was crazy. Yeah. Satisfied rather than happy. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know, let me try my chances over there. Daniela. Daniela, it's Fun Me again, a loyal subscriber from Germany, and I don't know what the other flag is from. I will take a guess. Maybe that's a green, white, green flag vertically. That's, I don't know, Albania? I don't know. My unconsciousness is telling something it's Albania. German, Albania, correct me if I'm wrong. I've been silently watching your lives for a long time now, and they have become a routine to me, and the message cuts there. I'll read it afterwards, but thank you so much. I appreciate the 20 euros. Pizza, thank you so much. And Anne-Marie, are you that artist, that singer, Anne-Marie? David Snacks sent $10. Thank you so much for the snacks. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you so much for the PayPals. Love my country and the rest of Scandinavia. Would recommend it. When it comes to dating, it's all about individual taste or preference. Okay. Rented in Finland is currently showing on Viki. Chaonu, Lee Jae-hoon. Yeah, right. And the 2 of 4 Korean stars that's roughing it in Finland. It's hilarious and fun to watch. Yeah, I watched it a little bit. And it was chill. It was good. I just like the scenery and the different vibes. I was like, I need that in my life right now. Yeah. I need that in my life. Rented in Finland is lighthearted and fun. Kwak Dong-yeon's adaptability to... You guys are really up to date. Oh, you're all watching it, eh? So does IKEA actually exist there? Or is it like an export? Is it not Albania? I'm sorry. No, that was the wrong flag. What is a green and white... Green, white, green flag? Vertical. Yeah, vertical stripe flag. It's Nigeria. Ah, okay. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I swear to God that Nigeria was on my second list. But then, for some reason, Albania superseded. But... yeah, I swear to God I was gonna say, is this Nigeria? But no, like Nigeria seems... there's something different about it. And then I went to Albania for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it was Nigeria, right? Anyways, oh, it's been an hour and a half. Let me get a sip of water over here. Oh, and that super chat target thingy is working because like we've already gotten 7 out of 10 super chats so far. Guess your flag, Shinji says. Okay, I need to see it bigger. Oh my gosh. I will be totally honest. I have never seen that flag. I think it's somewhere from Africa. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't even guess because I know that the countries that I know will probably not be the correct one. Yeah. Hello, Muju Ard. You are not late at all. Yeah, so... David, have you thought about taking your lives on the road to the countries of your subscribers? I think those videos would get a lot of views. Yeah, like IRL streams. What are IRL streams? What do they stand for? Is it just in real life? Or what? It's just in real life. Okay. Real world locations and situation. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. There's this YouTuber called Jinu who does it. And I really like his content because he's my role model. He goes all over the world and talks to attractive women. It's Zimbabwe. Ah, okay, Zimbabwe. But you live in, I think that's the South African flag, right? A little bit more familiar. Wait, I was gonna show you something. Oh, the house hunting. Yeah, I'll show you the houses I visited. They were super nice. I have a whole Excel sheet that I've saved the housings. So before we get into that, of course, I need to do my responsibility, my obligation. So put tight. In the meantime, please put up a like, guys. I would really appreciate that. You guys already know what's coming up next. the regulars. If you're not a regular, you might have no idea what I'm talking about. But of course, the one and only Sue House. Yes. Sue House is the sponsor of KPC Live. It has been our sponsor for 25 lives so far. I've counted it. More to go in 2025. Shout out to Sue House. It is the best app in Korea where you can get free events, free social events, free guides, free tours, group sessions, all those kind of things when you're in Korea. So if you want to have a social life, make friends, make Korean friends, practice Korean, check out Sue House, download the app on Google and Apple App Store. If you go to their Instagram over here, it's called Sue House Official _official. Connect, play, learn over here. You can just download it right like this, and they also have Korean textbooks, which you can buy on Piroso as well, but they're having a special Christmas sale, so probably it's more profitable if you're gonna to buy here if you're gonna get the whole bundle. If you're gonna buy individually, come to Piroso. But yeah, they have the Christmas bundle on sale over here. You can study Korean, as I said, and if you go to their Instagram, they have real-time updates of what kind of events and gatherings they're hosting right now. Wow, this is interesting. January 26th to February 4th, they're going to the Taebaek Snow Festival at the Haiwon Ski Resort. Wow, this is going to be very fun. Wow, I never knew there was such a thing in Korea. Okay, there's going to be a snow festival, so very, very interesting. Go check it out. So just log into the app, upgrade to the free trial, and gain free access like this over here. And there's a Hwacheon Sancheonho Ice Festival. I've never went to this one, but it's super famous. You can go to this like ice patched lake. It's like totally frozen, and you make holes into them, and you fish up fish, and you eat them right instantly. And they have like ski parks and all that, so really fun. It looks really, really fun. So if you want to participate in all of these kind of things, winter kimchi parties, meditation classes, learn Korean, all that kind of stuff, Sue House is the app to download. So go check out Sue House on Google Play Store, Apple's App Store, SOOHOUSE, and just in case you're just listening while you're washing the dishes. So yeah, thank you for Sue House for sponsoring another live stream over here. At least that's one big achievement. I got a Sue House ad for a live stream, right? I noticed he stopped playing that one too. Yeah, the jump scare one. I told you guys that one's only for when Anna's here, because I don't want to hijack her live stream when she's not sponsored. So I just want to, make it separate, because if I say like, oh, this live is sponsored by Sue House, go check it out, it's like I'm saying it on her stream as well while she's not sponsored, so I feel bad about that. Anyways, yeah, go check it out. You were bracing the jump scare. Bracing for the jump scare. The jump scare one, yeah. And then of course, wait, I'll go to the house hunting a little bit later. But of course, we have our beloved child, Piroso, which Jin and I quarreled over the evening. And of course, Jin put an amazing amount of effort to switch up the interface of our site. It's become way more interactive and dynamic and I guess trendy over here. So go check out all these. These are all the brands that we've collabed with. These are the best sellers over here, modern fashion items. Jungkook bucket hat, Korean Army t-shirts, and then we have new caps and new posters and mobiles and soap, Christmas soap, thank you soap. We have liquor stoppers, cups. We have modern hanbok, stylish ones, bracelets, and more modern hanboks over here. Korean inspired eco bags, fabric bags, all these kind of stuff. And right today, I want to promote especially the Pirosa random box, the Secret Santa box. Of course, it's going to arrive a little bit later than Christmas, but yeah, just suppose it's a gift for yourself, and we have a random item inside of it. It's only $18, which is a bargain, because if you look down here, we have all of the list of items you can receive. So among these, you will receive a random item, and I'm sure Jin will be very mindful in packaging whatever item you will get. So every one of these, if I click randomly on them and show every single one of them, I can guarantee you that they are over $18. So this one is $24. This one is a bracelet worn by V. It's $27. The color is going to be random, of course, too. And then playing cards, they're $25. And then we have this upcycled plastic keychain. Okay, this is on the cheaper side, so I'm sorry if you received this, but it's still over $18, $19 over here. You get the surkot traditional liquor stopper at $19, and then you get the tweed baseball hat, which is $42. It looks very fluffy and stylish, right? You get the Jungkook bucket hat, which is $36. You can get the white one or the black one or the gray one. I don't know. It's up to Jin. And you can get, oh, this is actually our best seller at the moment. That advertisement might have actually worked last time. So if you watched the last live stream, the Raud purple face cream, it's an all-in-one cream. You don't have to go through like multiple layers of routines. You get 2 when you order this $46 pack. So yeah. It's natural ingredients. It has the EGF protein. All the information is down here, clinical results and all that. It's approved by the Korean, what do you call it? The Ministry of Food and Drug Safety. And last time I did a little performance on the live stream when I had dry skin. Actually today I just came with dry skin too. Not because I intended to do this. Maybe, no, I don't think it's that dry right now, but might be disgusting. I don't know. I can't see on the screen myself if it's dry or not. Let's see. Yeah, it is disgusting. It's very disgusting. So I'll actually put it on again. I did not plan this, but it is very disgusting. Yeah, it's gross. Ooh, my skin looks freaking gross. I'm sorry I didn't give you a disclaimer that was coming, but I'll apply this on this place, which looked very gross, and you'll see the difference. Okay, so, oh, it's in like mirror mode right now. So I should just use my instinct to put it on because, yeah, I just applied a little teeny bit of it with my fingertip. And let's see if it made a difference. Yeah. Hopefully it did. Sink in. I don't want... Oops. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe that was a little too little. But which part did I even show on screen? Yeah, I'll probably have to like spread it through my whole face for it to have effect. I just put like too little there. Yeah, I just have very dry skin. And I don't put any moisturizer. I don't put any kind of lotion or anything, but maybe I will try putting this on from now on because it worked fabulously last time. So definitely got way better. Like these big ones, I really need to... Is this like chip? Maybe this is potato chip. Yeah, but anyways, I think you've seen the improvement, like the short-term improvement. I just applied a little right off the bat. But anyways, hope you appreciated that. And we actually got a lot. We were very surprised because, as I said, this is in promotion for the small businesses in Korea among the government plan right now. And I guess that my performance last time really made it. So like we got like 7 or 8 orders of these. That was crazy. Didn't even expect that. But thank you so much for the purchases. And yeah. We got a lot of people ordering this one with the Secret Santa set together. So that was like the popular set last time. But I would recommend you get like, you know, where is it? If you go to new arrivals, go look around, and there's a lot of edibles. I think you could get like soap on top of it too. Like these stickers don't cost that much. They're Korean traditional stickers for your mobile phones, and we have little pins and pens. So if you feel like the overseas shipping costs are too much and you want to get the best out of your buck, then maybe add like these postcards. You can gift them to your friends over the season, the Christmas season and all that. Yeah, we have a lot of like cheap products as well as you can add on your purchase. So go check it out. We have a variety of products. We're very proud of it too. Like these plates, the humble plates. I haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, nobody has ordered them in a while, but they've been very standard, steady sellers. Where'd it go? Yeah, tea. A lot of people like the tea too. They want to try out Korean tea, I guess. Yeah, and these coasters are beautiful coasters. They're only 18. And the humble plates over here. Yes, a lot of people have bought these. Like little side dish ones, mid-sized ones, rice bowls, bigger side dishes, all that. Bracelets and all sorts. So like just scroll down and you'll just have fun. Anyways, thanks for putting up with that. So go check out Piroso at piroso.net. Right now, if you use the coupon code XMAS, XMAS, you will get a 15%, whopping 15% discount. This is unprecedented in Piroso history. I think Jin has geared up. He's like, we need to take some dramatic measures. So I will grant you 15%. Yeah. Okay. So why did my friend send me a random text in the middle of the night at 2:46 a.m. and says, I want to die? Yeah, that's just normal for Korean dudes. Like, that's daily routine. Like, we usually send texts to each other. It's either Instagram Reels or things like, I want to die. Yeah. So go to piroso.net, biroso.net, and use the coupon code XMAS. If you've used the coupon code XMAS already, go use the coupon code KPC. Get a 10% discount. Yes. Single item only. Yes. Jane, hello again. Hi again, David. I bought a few things from Piroso to give as Christmas gifts. Yay! My friends love them. Good luck on your meeting. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. And then I think I missed a super chat, right? Doll Baby, thank you so much. Leaving a like since I missed it. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for the heartwarming Christmas greeting. Thank you so much. I hope you have a Merry Christmas too with your family. And yeah. What? Yeah, that's normal. Yeah. Everyone's like, 죽고 싶다. Yeah, I want to die. And, I see it as a positive thing because it's a very dark joke and I don't want you to become sensitive or anything about it. But, people who are actually thinking of very extreme measures don't say stuff like that. Yeah. So whenever my friends actually say, I want to die to me, I know that they are letting us know that they're struggling. They have stress and all that, but at least we know that they're not thinking of dark thoughts. Because like if you're really in a dark place, you don't even really have the strength to say that kind of stuff. But then but then it's like kind of frightening because the whole story about the shepherd who cried wolf, right? So one day you never know, but we're all desensitized about it because like all my chats that are full of my Korean man friends, they're always like every other day they're like, oh, I wish I could die, like I want to die, stuff like that. So yeah. 520 mil. I want to die too, but there's too many things I've yet to accomplish. Exactly. Everyone wants to die in the inside. I tried to dye my hair and it failed. Oh, okay. Oh, Dolly Baby. Oh my gosh, John got it. John got to my head. Oh, Dolly Baby. uh, Site looks great. Well done, Jen. I'll pass over the good words. Just reach out to him. Yeah, it's a conversation starter. Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to die. But I heard like Gen Z usually talk about that kind of stuff too. Okay, I'll show you some of the places. I'll show you the place that was absurd with the second floor. It's crazy. I'll show the place I like the most. I don't think the pictures do justice, but I'll show whatever I have. And this was a perfect place, but they don't have any left. Everybody's just squatting inside and living there. I'm not feeling well. Can I have some well wishes? Oh, Rachel, I don't know why you're not feeling well, but I hope you feel well soon. Get some, if it's like cold or anything, please get warm. Like, dress warmly. Like, you know, go in front of the heater and get some hot soup. Maybe some pills and stuff, medicine. And take care of yourself. Get some vitamin C with fruits and all. And yeah, tuck in. I hope you... Oh, I think I saw you're going to work somewhere, right? Like, you know, hold on for it. Hold on for a day. Well, if you feel too bad, like I hope you can, like, you know, call it a day and do sick leave or something like that. Yeah, but hope you get well. I know how it feels to be sick during the winter and all. It sucks. So, well wishes. Thank you. Lurtus, what is that? Is that a red? Holy Christ. Merry Christmas from Finland. Wow, thank you for the 50 euros. And I love your... Is that a llama? I can't see your profile picture. Is that a llama or a dog? Is that a dog with some kind of handkerchief on it? But thank you so much. I recognize you because you've been sending me big super chats before. Yeah, thank you so much. Pizza. Again. Fiba. Sorry. The only Finnish word I know from xylitol ads. Thank you so much, Lourdes, again. And Carol Clarkson, thank you so much for the $10. Happy holidays. Christmas tree, leaving soon to visit mom in Arizona. Safe trip there. I hope you have a wonderful time with your mom. Yeah, I envy you because I won't be able to see my mom for Christmas. But I've seen her for like the past week. We had steak and all. So they all came in at the same time. I know, that's crazy, right? A Merry Christmas indeed. Yeah. Happy Christmas, everybody. Yes. Rachel needs a break, but she doesn't have that luxury. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, take some pills, Rachel, and have a good meal. I think when you're sick, nutrients are very important. So don't half-ass your meals. Don't get fast food. Get a proper meal for yourself for the day. Don't send super chats. Save that and get yourself a surplus of, like, you know, I don't know, a good salad plus good chicken breast or whatever. Good hot soup and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I love that everybody's wishing you better. Yes. Whoa, the board. Whoa! Merry Christmas, David. See you next year in Sweden. Yes! Swedish krona 129. Are you... Oh, I don't want to reveal your identity, but if you are the person, I will reply to you via email soon. Yes, I promise. I've been meaning to get on that. I'll get to that talking point a little later. Game over 6-3. Okay, well fought. Well fought. It's not a llama. Sauna is a Finnish word, really? Okay. Oh, I saw this Korean vlog where this person got. I'm pretty sure it's Sweden. They went. Oh, this was so intriguing. So they went to like this lake, and everybody was just half naked, and they were just like going into the lake and all swimming. But there was like a sauna right next to the lake, and it was so cozy looking. It was cool. and it was like a wooden sauna. I think it was a wooden sauna, and then you poured like hot water on it, and then right in front you go into the lake, swim a bit, and then you heat up a bit, and then you go back. And there was also like a floating boat with a built sauna on it, and the vlogger said that it's pretty expensive, so we're not going to do it. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting vlog. I don't know if it was Sweden or not. Like, maybe it was Finland, but yeah, that looked very cool. Maybe I'll try that when I'm there. Yeah. And I think my other subscriber that I met when he was here, his name was Jesper. He's a chef in Sweden, I think. And yeah, I heard so many like secondhand stories about Sweden from him, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, my mom wants to tag along so much, but I'm like, nah. Bye, Serena. Pickleball. Oh, no, you're one of those pickleball players? You and I cannot get along because tennis players despise pickleball players. You know that's a fact. We think we're better. Those saunas exist in Nordic countries. Okay, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go and get myself a Volvo. Oh yeah, Volvo's Chinese now. Oh wow, we got a purchase on Piroso. Love that vibration. That's what she said. A random box, Rowd Purple face cream. Wow, Jungkook ring, Bluebird coffee cup set, and carnation soap. And you got that XMAS discount. Wow, you did a really, really good purchase. Thank you so much. Shout out to someone from, I won't say your name, but shout out to someone from Canada. Oh, Canada, yes. Floating saunas are rare, really? Okay. Switching from hot to cold and is good for the skin. Yeah, we have that in Korea too. Naengtang, wontam. Yeah. David is on a mission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to find myself some tall jeans for my kid. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you the houses I've been to. So, this was the super fancy house I visited that I really liked by picture, and this is the second floor over here. Look, it's fully furnished. It's very modern. You can see like the refrigerator and the washing machine. Everything is well packed, and every one of these are wardrobes. It has like a separate room over here so I can put my office or anything. It has a little living room space over here. And this was the second floor. It looks pretty spacious, right? It looks pretty big, right? But once I actually went up there, this is a fraud. This is a fraud. It wasn't... Wait, is this the right place? Oh, no. Oh, I'm totally wrong. This is the ideal place. Okay, the Chrome tabs open in reverse. So this is the place I really want to live in. This is the 100%. So this place just has everything I want. So even the second floor looks very, very tall. And I could definitely stand there, like if you just look there. So right in front, you have a little living room space over here. I could put my office and little couches over here, so I could maybe film the podcast. A very modern, what do you call it? Bathroom and all that. The styler and fridge and all that. And it's right in the middle of Hapjeong and Hongdae. So really, really good area for me. You can pull out these desks and all. They have like even an oven. So this is a really nice place. And right now, if you look at the price of that, you have, you put 전세, you put key money. How much is this? This is 5,000. It's like 50K. Like in USD, that would be like 35 to 40K. 40K as key money, and then you pay $1,000, like $900 per month. So it's not that cheap or affordable. Oh, actually, they have 4. Wow, they have 4 out. Last time I checked, they didn't have anything. Oh my gosh, I wish they could survive until like April. I need to move up. Wow, I need to move in April. I wish they had some rooms until April. But this is the room I really want to try. So it's the right amount. So I could put my bed here and like, all that. They have built-in wardrobes and all that. So yeah, that's good. So wow, okay. So it's right in the middle of this is Hongdae. This is all this place is Hongdae over here. This is Hapjeong Station. And yeah, so it's a really, really good area. That's one place I wanted to be. And yeah, this is the place I went to. So this is the place I complained about the second floor. So as you can see, it looks amazing. It looks gorgeous, right? Like, it's fully furnished. It has like a induction and like refrigerator and even has an armchair and you can put this is the most hilarious thing. They put a flat bed over here. So wait till we get to the second floor. So this is all very nice. The first floor is just bougie and perfect. It's just perfect. But this second floor, like by this picture, I should have seen it coming. In hindsight, it does look a little short, but I swear to God, this is only like 140 centimeters. I'm 180 centimeters. I could barely even stand up. I'm not kidding you. I had to stand like Gollum over here to navigate my and they have like this secret space. They advertise you can put a beanbag over here, but at the moment you put your legs straight and get up from this beanbag, I guarantee you will hit your head over here. Yeah, this is, and I told you there is like a whole like powder room and like a little sink over here. This is like a whole illusion. This whole distance is like barely 140 centimeters. Yeah, this is the first floor bathroom, but that is like a whole illusion. But the first floor was flawless. I could just live in the first floor. Yeah. But anyways, it's really nice, but it was a big no-no for me. Yeah, it was a big no-no for me, and the price is very overpriced too. It's right next to Yongsan, which I really love. Yongsan is like the rising area. There's Hive over here. There's a lot of hip young. It's like the next, let's say, I don't know. I can't compare, but it's a really hip area. It's getting gentrified and all. Yongsan Station, CGV, a huge mall over here. Very nice restaurants and all. So I really love this place, but then the price is in USD like 350K. Yeah, for Chunse. 350K. Ed, what? That is crazy. Ed Park. Oh my god. Merry Christmas from your home in San Francisco. Please get some rest and see family and friends. Next time in Korea, let's play some tennis and grab a drink. Yes! 형! 언제든지 오십시오. Tennis and drink sounds like there's nothing better than that combination. I don't know if I would live up to your expectations of tennis because I love playing it, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. But yes, please hit me up via Discord or DM. I don't really check my DMs because like it's too much, but like Discord or just let me know in the chat or whatever, and let's do it. Wow, thank you so much for the red super chat. Wow, and it totally matches the Christmas theme. It's like green and red. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Woo-hoo-hoo! Thank you so much, Ed. Wow. That's great. Thank you so much, Ed. I'll keep it up. A new legend. Yes. Let's go. Okay, hit me up next time in Korea. Yes, okay. You didn't specify, but let me know, please. Okay, going back to the house hunting thing. So this was the second place I looked at. Oh, where'd it go? Shit, it disappeared. Oh, it was this place. It's kind of similar. But oh yeah. So this is the place I finalized. Like, yeah, this is just the appropriate amount of space I need. Just modern enough. It doesn't have double ceilings. It has a nice view. It's right in front of Yongsan. It's 100K cheaper than the previous double, like the useless double floor room. So this one would be like 280K in USD for 전세. So that means I'm getting all that money back. So I have to put like a down payment of 280K. But I don't think it's that bad for a loft like this. So you can put a mini sofa like this here, nice natural sunlight coming in, nice little shower booth. I really wanted to just have a shower booth. Right now, my toilet is literally the size of this, but I don't have a shower booth. So it's like a sink here and a toilet over here, and there's like a shower head. So I always like, I might feel like a poor person, but you can never imagine. I always stand in a space that's like this small, and I don't have any room, and I always have to hold the shower booth above, shower head above my head, and like put the shampoo on top, and then do it with one hand, and like put the foam cleansing on top, and put it like this. I always shower like that. You know, a lot of Koreans shower like that. Yes, in a very small space. So if you're speaking in American terms, where you have an like enormous bathtub and you're actually standing and the water is hitting at you, that's heaven to me. That's heaven. But yeah, I've always wanted to a shower booth like this, and they have like washing machines, built-in washing machines, and all that. So this is the place I like the most. And my mom liked the most too, because she said it looks like a home. It doesn't look like a model house or like, you know, a content creator house or whatever. It looks closest to a home. So she was like, okay, this looks okay, but let's look for more places. And since I have the option from the Hongdae one, I might have to go visit there this time. Yeah, I guess it's moving season right now because it's the end of the year. But yeah, there were more places, but I won't really share them. There were like, you know, outliers that looked pretty extraordinary. I'll show you them. I can't find it right now. But yeah, basically. Oh, this is a nice place. It's cheap too. Oh, what the heck? Where is this place? What? This is so cheap, and this is a nice place. It's pretty spacious too. They got a whole ass room for you. Okay. And I think they have 2 rooms. Okay, that's 2 rooms. Oh, that's a big ass toilet. Yeah, bathroom. Okay, I could stand there. I could finally get some water on my head without holding it. Okay. I got a boiler room. Okay. Oh! This is pretty nice. And it's only 3억 3천, so that would be like 200K. 240K or something. Okay, this is nice. Wow. But the location is the deal breaker here. So let me check where the location is. I don't know where the location is. Yeah. I have to zoom in to see the location, but it's somewhere over here. Oh, 청파동. Where? Oh, it's in front of 숙대 입구. Oh, it's right in front of Sungmyeong Women's University. So it's somewhere over here. Yeah. Oh, I haven't looked in this area, but it's pretty good. Okay. Anyways, I won't do house hunting during my life. But yeah. Why is it a red flag? What's the red flag? It's too good to be true. You agree with your mom on that one? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Let me catch up. Thank you again, Ed. Ed Hyung, thank you so much. Very pumped, can't wait to get my Piroza order. Great gifts for family. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Nancy. Isangmin moved to that area? Oh, really? I'm assuming Yongsan? There's a lot of rich people in Yongsan too. I heard that Rose lives in the penthouse right in front of Yongsan Station. Oh, so jealous. Yeah, I'll be Rose's neighbor then. This is a very nice space. Yeah, that one's my favorite so far. Very modern. Yeah. The only problem with Anna's old apartment was it gets really hot in this. Yeah, the double ones. There have been a lot of scams with Chunze, but nowadays there have been like more safety measures to prevent that from happening. So as long as we did the right paperwork, we get like the government organizations involved and have like safety measures, it should be okay. Yeah. $240K, you'll get a whole house in Michigan. That's what I was talking about. So the ones I'm showing you, they barely have like 2 rooms. And when I was talking to Ross in Texas, like he was like, that's $300K, and he was looking at like a gigantic ass house. Location matters with price. David is a smart person. He will choose well. Plus, Anna will put in her 2 cents. No, I'm not taking advice from Anna because she lives in Gangnam. And who lives in Gangnam? If you don't have business in Gangnam, why live in Gangnam? I don't understand. I'm totally shading her right now up front. I guess there are just some people that have the Gangnam dream. They want to live in Gangnam at least once in their life. I'm not saying Anna does. I've seen a lot of other people do. Because it's like, where do you live? Oh, I live in Gangnam. Oh, it's that effect, you know? You know what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know how would you compare it to like other countries, but yeah. So Gangnam is overpriced. It's always crowded. There's always traffic. There's always drunk people yelling. There's always like it's too city to me. Yeah. But I'm so excited, even though I have to separate with my grandma and my doggos, that I will get a shower booth. Finally, I won't have to hold the shower head with my hand. Yeah. So let me show you. Wow, they have like good ass bathrooms over here. Oh. Yeah, so this is exactly what my bathroom looks like. I'll show you. Let me give you some poverty porn over here so that you guys can feel better of yourselves. Wow, David lives in such a poor condition. So basically what you're seeing on the right over here, this is my bathroom. I shit over here. I wash my hands over here, and there's like a little shower head that I hold every single day, and this is basically it. This is my bathroom, and that's it. So yeah. Do you feel better for yourselves? Yeah. I wish I could get like a bathtub like this. Yeah. Like this. But to be fair, my grandma uses a bigger bathroom, but we just separate. And I wash my doggos there, so yeah, I guess technically I do have a bathroom like that, but you know, the daily bathroom I use is just like a smaller size one like that. But it sometimes gets depressing. Yeah, it looks exactly like this. Yeah, this one. So you have like the shower head over here, and then you see the link, and then I hold it above my head. It's like a little bathroom. Serves its purpose. Oh, I'm so hungry. Let me just actually eat half of this chocolate. I know it's not healthy, but what can I do? I'm an impulsive human being that can't withstand my cravings. Maybe I should get Wegovy, the new diet injection. No, don't go to Gangnam for shopping. It's not. It's honestly not a good place to go for shopping. I mean, it's fancy, yeah. Yeah, I think every time you see me, I'm either munching on something. No wonder I don't get fit. Mary, thank you. Happy Christmas, all. Thank you, David and KPC. I've opened windows into the world of content creators and influencers across the world. Good luck with the house hunting. Thank you so much. From, I thought that was Italy for a while, but it's Ireland. Getting a good place in a good neighborhood for a price you can afford makes all the difference. It will change your mindset. That's what my mom says exactly. I'm like, I could sacrifice some, transportation and neighborhood perks for a bigger house and better house. And my mom's like, no, it's really important what kind of environment you live in, what kind of people you see, what kind of surroundings you have, whether you're fishing for bigger fish, we're in a bigger pond or whatever, all that kind of stuff. Not Ozempic, Wegovy. Maybe it's the same thing, but yeah, Koreans call it Wegovy. It's called the miracle diet injection. What it does is like it disables one of your hormones or electric signals um, that that tells your body that you're hungry. So basically, it disables your hungry notifications in your body. And people that they get like one injection per week. And basically, they say they don't feel hungry for the whole week. Yeah. It's usually recommended to only like highly obese people that can't really, it's unfeasible for them to actually work out because of their limbs or their bones or whatever sustaining their weight and stuff. I heard that there's a rumor Bang Siok got Wegovy recently. There's also who was it? There was a very famous celebrity who got the Wegovy recently and lost a lot of weight. But a lot of people are getting in. It's either for massively obese people or people with BMIs over 30 something. Yeah. I want to try it. The popular ones in Korea are Saxenda and Wegovy, those two. I heard Wegovy has like good effects for diabetes too. Yeah. Ozempic is the diabetic formula. Wegovy is the weight loss version. Yeah. I heard the side effects are like depression, and sometimes you get like a little bit of a nauseous feeling because the body keeps on tricking you that you're full. So whenever you see full food or something, you don't get the crave. But then sometimes the side effects hit you, and when you see food, you're like, oh, like you feel like I don't want that. Wegovy is similar to Ozempic. I'm a pharmacist, and doctors are prescribing Mounjaro and Wegovy more for weight loss now over Ozempic. Yeah, so there's a huge craze in Korea. Apparently, because Korea is so obsessed with weight loss and beauty standards, right? Like people who aren't even obese are getting them prescribed through like dark routes. They're just buying it under the counter through Telegram and stuff. But what is it? Apparently, it's super expensive in the U.S. because of the whole retail distribution chain and like the pharmaceutical companies and like insurance companies and all these middlemen and the doctor fees and all that all combined. It's like extremely expensive. But in Korea, it came in as like a practical price of, at least that's what the doctors are saying, but then the pharmacists are saying that it shouldn't be that price even. So in Korea, one shot, I heard like four shots, like a month's dose of shots would be $1,000. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are taking it nowadays. $1,700 a month for my dose. Okay. Well, that isn't that much. Oh, I guess like 1,000 versus. So I was talking 100만 won, so I would guess like currency rate wise, that would be like $800 to be exact. So that's more than double. Yeah, more. It's like 210 to 15% higher than the Korean price. Yeah. Your insurance wouldn't cover Wegovy. My doctor advised them they might not because it's the same as Ozempic. Ozempic is for diabetes. Wegovy is marketed for weight loss. Yeah, I've seen some videos, but apparently they have like diabetes treatment functions too. So I like to try them, but my doctor friend around me says like, you're not, you should go. You should just go to the gym. He said one of the side effects for Wegovy 2 is that it's effective, but if you get too reliant on it, it's very helpful for people that are really overweight and that they just can't really work out that much. But for people like me that aren't like massively obese, if you rely on Wegovy and you get like instant weight loss over a few weeks, and you get satisfied over it and you get reliant on it and your mind captures that thought, a yo-yo process comes very quickly. And then you'll have to take the doses over and over and over again. So before you do that, he said he recommended me just try to go to the gym first. Control your diet. Get a proper sleep cycle. Eat healthy. Do some lifts, weights. Do some cardio. If that doesn't work and you can't control your whatever, then as the last straw, try get it. But still, he wouldn't recommend because and he's seen my body and all that because we go to the sauna together, and he's like, okay, you might have a little bit of higher BMI than I do, and like more than the average Korean, but it's still not to the level that you should get Wegovy or anything. But he did admit that a lot of women in particular, they're not obese at all. They're like fit, but they want to get that effect of not being hungry and just get more skinnier. And a lot of people are abusing it, and it's becoming a social problem in Korea right now because it's being used as beauty purposes, not medical. He says eating chocolate, of course. Yeah, I heard it was originally for diabetes, and they found out like that it had a side effect, but it's like a good side effect, I guess. I guess it's now FDA approved and universally being distributed, so yeah. Too many people are using Ozempic and Wegovy for the wrong reasons, not for its actual intent. Yeah, that's that's what's happening in Korea. That's how I got to know it too. Because there's a lot of YouTube videos popping up nowadays saying like, no, just use Wegovy. Intermittent fasting. I heard that's a really great thing, but I tried it. It lasted for like 2 weeks, and then I went back to like stress eating. Get a standing desk and a treadmill. Yes, when I get a new house, I'm definitely gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna get a standing desk and a treadmill under. Yeah, really. I've been thinking about this for a whole while. Oh, I heard it has side effects like thyroid cancer, especially people who have problems with their. I think thyroid is kapsangsan because that's what I saw. Thyroid here. It should not be used. Yeah. Anyways, that's not my priority. I need to get like a LASIK really soon because my eyes, I can't really see anymore. I wanted to get my eyes fixed once I was out of this loop of editing, non-stop editing, because my eyes would get worse and worse every single day, even after I got LASIK. But then I think I can't delay it anymore because I can't see the ball when I'm playing tennis. I can't see the street lights or the signboards when I'm driving, so it's really just affecting my life. Of course I can wear glasses, but I'm not really a glasses person. I have glasses already with me when I'm working, so yeah, but still. Anyways, 2024, hopefully a lot of changes happen. You can read our tiny comments. Yeah, I can. It's right in front of me. I can read something this close, literally. It's like this close. It didn't even take 0.5 seconds to point at you. Tickle, tickle. That's kind of weird. They're gentle monsters. Of course, I need to follow the trend. They come in like fancy ass cases too. Oh. Mm-hmm. I ate the whole chocolate. I'm gonna die. Okay. You get your Wegovy free due to type 2 diabetes. I didn't realize it's so expensive. Yeah, it's super expensive accordingly. I heard that there's this, I saw it on some Korean issue channels, but there's apparently that this super rich family kid that graduated from UPenn or something, like a very prestigious school, and he's being called the modern Batman for shooting a health insurance company CEO, which was known to be notorious for turning down insurance requests and all that, and like he's seen as evil by the public, and yeah, I didn't get the full story, but apparently he's being seen as like a vigilante or something. Yeah, I saw it on some Korean news channels. No, you won't die because of chocolate. Maybe I will. You never know. I don't know. If I die, I'm gonna die happily eating chocolate. He's like the person of the year. Is he really? Is he that famous? Whoa. Oh yeah, I heard a funny thing. Like a McDonald's worker caught him, recognized him, and reported on him. And apparently there was like a huge bounty. And the employee didn't even get the bounty. And people started boycotting McDonald's or something because of that. That's wild. I don't know what's going on in America anymore. Like civilians actually going up to allegedly evil health insurance company CEOs and shooting them, and the public backing up, and then McDonald's getting boycotted because they ratted them and stuff. So yeah, that's crazy. People are celebrating it, really. Really? I mean, as a bystander, as like a third person that knows nothing more, like more than what I said right now as a Korean person, I guess it's not in my place to say anything, but like my general just assumption would be, I mean, like no violence. Like I get like the sentiment. Maybe he was like a super evil person, okay, but then like it doesn't really justify murder and killing, right? So I don't know. I won't say anything about it because I don't really exactly know the sentiment about it. But yeah, that's what I just like skimmed through on the that video. So we are living in a crazy world with so much uncertainties nowadays. I know, right? Like Trump becoming president, it's becoming a huge nightmare for Korea because it was a nightmare for Korea even before because Trump has publicly kind of criticized Korea for becoming like a money printer. Like it's super developed right now. It doesn't need the help of the US, which might be true in the US's perspective. But to be honest, like the US is using Korea as a geopolitical fortress as well. They can't really. I mean, we're not in the Cold War era or anything, but still, like it's a strategic hold along with Japan and Korea to like take an eye on have an eye on China and stuff. But anyways, Trump has said that he will increase the military defense what do you call them budget that Korea has to pay the US. Okay, yeah, that might be practical if there's any kind of like calculation sheet. So like the lawmakers and the people are like, okay, that's kind of too much for us, but I guess like America saved our asses, so we're down for that, even though it's gonna cripple us to some extent. But then the other things that are following, like tariffs that they're talking about like Korean cars or semiconductors, like Hyundai or all that kind of stuff. The news every single day is very much worried and concerned about the Trump administration because right now it's very turbulent times in Korea because of the martial law. It's like a technical absence in the leadership. There is no person that is actually making the calls, and Trump's inauguration is in like a month. So right now, apparently, according to the news, international like countries, like let's say France, Germany, or all over the world, are making beforehand negotiations and contacts with the Trump administration and their people to strike some kind of deals beforehand before the administration actually launches to like get better place on tariffs and all these policies and stuff. But in the case of Korea, we're already fucked because of the military fees, but also we're gonna be fucked with the tariffs because we have a strong suit in like home appliances, electronics, cars, and all that, which America has like a massive domestic industry in, and they would like to foster the American car companies like Ford, or I don't know if you count Tesla or whatever. And it's gonna be very hard for Hyundai or Kia or all those LG, Samsung, companies with a 10% tariff or whatever. So, yeah, the economic critics in Korea are really concerned that first of all, we're in an administrative absence right now. Nobody's doing the negotiations with the Trump administration. What all over the world, people are getting ready. And also, he's publicly like targeted Korea, unlike other countries. He's pinpointed Korea for being like super developed and we're protecting them and they're not paying the bills and they have like, all these advanced cars and machines and ships and all that. So yeah, I've been hearing that news every single day, and economists predict that next year, due to the tariffs and the global economy and the competition and all that. They're predicting the semiconductor and car industry, which are the two biggest exports of Korea, to go down by like 50% or something. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be realized or not. But yeah, we're definitely worried about that. But first of all, we need to get our shit done. Our shit cleaned up first. Because the impeachment and all, it's dragging on, and there's like political um, controversy right now. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's always about China and the end. Uh, I had an ER visit that cost me 24,000. Healthcare in the US is insane. That's what I've heard. Yeah. That's why my doctor friend is so salty about the public right now, because the public now they've turned back to the doctor side because Yoon has just ruined the healthcare system and the doctor system, medical system in Korea, and has done nothing. Now people, my friend was always like, Korean people take it for granted, they're entitled brats. Like what a lot of people say to new jeans, they don't know what kind of heaven they're living in. Go to the US, try to go to the ER, or just go take a trip to the doctor and see how much they will charge you, how long you have to wait, blah blah blah, how shitty the service is going to be, and compare it back to Korea, where you literally pay like $5 to a doctor's visit and go to the ER for like free, basically, and all that. And he's like, you shouldn't treat the doctors like this. You shouldn't demonize them. You do not know what you are benefiting out of right now. The whole Korean medical system is built up of the exploitation of interns and residents and doctors right now, and nobody understands that, and they think doctors are selfish, trying to protect their rights and their places and all that. And yeah, it's very heated here, and definitely people are siding more towards the doctors now because they are seeing the paralysis of the whole medical system right now. The ERs aren't even accepting emergency patients at the moment because there's a shortage of doctors. The nurses don't want to take responsibility, so it's becoming like a viral problem. Yeah, there are so many clips every day coming up saying like, this hospital refused my mom, which was in an emergency yesterday, and that's against the medical law. But then like the nurse explains like, how is that against the medical law if we don't have a doctor that can treat your mom right now? Like I do not have the professional ability to look at like a stroke or brain stroke or whatever. So yeah, it's just very, very, everything's just collapsing, I would say. Like the economy, the healthcare system. I think this is the end. Yeah, it's the apocalypse. Why do I even stress out about having money? Like they're saying a lot of people are saying there's going to be a global reset next year after 6 or 7 months. That's what the stock market indicators are showing. Warren Buffett has been hoarding up cash to the biggest amount in history. He's been selling all his Apple stocks, all the big tech stocks, and he's just gaining cash more and more and more. And that means something. He might not be the most, like, what do you call it, trend savvy investor, but he's in the long game the most well known and most intelligent and profitable investor. So yeah, like his actions speak a lot of words. And the housing bubble, it's getting out of range. The inflation's hitting all-time highs. People salaries aren't going up. We're barely surviving every year, and I think it's a global sentiment. So yeah, let's be prepared for shit to break up. And yeah, in times like this, also the only way to go through these kind of things historically is through a global reset, through war, or like a huge collapse. And yep, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Uh, Same in Scandinavia. We hardly pay anything. We pay for it with our taxes. It's great. You guys have great social welfare. That's what I heard. Yeah. Americans want everything for free when we should pay taxes for all the benefits, but it's also always lower taxes and no benefits for anyone at the end. I'm not I as you might have noticed, I'm usually economic wise, I'm not on the left side. I'm more neutral right side, um, economy wise. But I do feel like the left side is a little bit is right on taxing like conglomerates, because the current conglomerates, of course, they pay massive taxes that cover up like most of the social welfare and infrastructure and fees and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that they should pay like tons more and stuff like that, but they have the resources to cut those taxes gigantically of what they actually owe to the society. And they have so many loopholes. They have clans of lawyers and tax accountants and all these firms working for them, and they get like deductions of millions and sometimes even trillions, and they have like offshore accounts and tax evasions and all that. So when Korea is going through a huge tax shortage right now too, and that's a different story. But yeah, I feel like to some extent these these global conglomerates, as much taxes they pay already, but I feel like they're just finding so many loopholes, and they're leveraging the situations to their own advantages and end up just gaining way too much money. Like, I hate that logic of within capitalism, there is only so much money that a certain person or a company should earn. I really hate that agenda and logic. I'm not like a socialist or communist, supportive person or anything. I believe in the free market and risk, and everybody can, they can earn as much money as they want if they take risk and they are smart about it and they have entrepreneurship and they are well playing the capitalism game. But if it gets to some point, I know I don't. It's so hard to draw the line, but if it gets to a point where you're just like finding all the cheat codes and you're not paying the amount of taxes you are due to pay, and because there's a tax shortage, the overall taxes go up, and it affects the livelihoods of normal people with lower cap salaries. And these people don't have the luxury to hire tax accountants and find loopholes with the IRS. They can't fight the IRS. Then the middle class, they're all going to be paying more taxes, and it's going to affect their livelihoods directly. While like for people like Elon Musk or like the global conglomerates, if they pay like a couple more $1 million, I hate this narrative. I know it's double standard, but I'm just saying, like, while the middle class gets directly affected by more taxes, it's just a very complicated concept. I cannot even comprehend because I'm no economist or anything, but I have conflicting thoughts about it. Like I'm all for capitalism and all that, but sometimes it feels like it's hyper capitalistic nowadays, and when it gets too far away, then that's time for like a reset and revolution. So yeah, maybe people are leaning more towards a reset nowadays. I don't know what I've been babbling about, but that's the sentiment I feel like everyone has nowadays. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's about it for today, I would say. It's 4:15 a.m. in the morning, and as usual, the live stream ended with China and economics because you know how. Okay, one last rant before I go. This is a service rant for you guys. I fight my mom often, and it's about this. She doesn't want to admit it, but I always say it always goes down to money, and don't try to ignore that, and don't try to deny that. And my mom says that's not the case, and she's always saying, like, you know, I always ask her, so what do people study for in Korea? Like, work study their asses off for like high school and the SATs and stuff. She's like, to go to a better college. Then why do they go to better colleges for? And to get better jobs. And of course, there might be engineers or rocket scientists or astronomic. Well, what do you call them? Like scientists, liberal arts people that are like the minorities. But like I'm talking about the masses. They're all in college. College nowadays is for a degree, a diploma that you can apply for. Let's be honest, for a company. At least in Korea, that's how it is. And to get into a good company. And I'm like, why do you want to get into a good company? And she's like, to get better salary. So I was like, yeah, doesn't that mean the end goal is to get more money? And she's like, she wants to deny it so hard that it's not about money. And the reason I always quarrel with this point is she always belittles my profession and my job and other of my friends I meet within my circle. So there are YouTubers, there are online store owners, there are freelancers that do digital nomad jobs. There are people who do like molding stuffs, and they work on scaffolds, and they work as like entertainers, and wherever they work as online shopping hosts. Yeah, I think the narrative of the story, I should have told this first. But anyways, whenever I talk about my friends, she always has like this sense of kind of belittling myself and my friends too. Whenever I talk about these friends that are successful in their own businesses and industries, like she's like, you know, don't be jealous of them that they earn a lot of money, because, you know, at the end their jobs are unstable and it's not respected that much. And even that's why she always kind of pressures me to get like a actual job. You know what I'm talking about. So she kind of looks down upon anything that's not an actual job. That's a conventional job. And I always bite back at her saying like, but isn't everybody you talk about that has an actual job under your standards, isn't their end goal at the end surviving in this society with stability and money as well? But why are you belittling the other jobs that earn substantially even more than those actual jobs you claim? And I think it's double standards when, like, all due respect, our family struggles with economic problems, or when we're sighing all about like the medical fees my grandma's, it takes for my grandma and our elders and all that, and you know, our housing problems and all that. My friends have all of that cleared. They are all set. They've earned enough money to have like supercars and nice houses, and they don't have to care about health insurance and all that. And they're way better off, but I don't understand where that kind of superiority is coming from. And it circles always back and forth, and I don't really get her point. She's like, oh, there's something called, you know, honor and respect in society, and, you know, person who works at Samsung Electronics is more respected than a YouTuber, even if the YouTuber earns like tenfold more money and all that. I'm like, isn't everybody just busting their asses off for money at the end? Like I of course, like there are like, real people that are just in their zones wanting to better society with like electronics and engineering and science and liberal arts and all that. I respect all of that, but just staying in my mom's zone and my debate and all that. So I just never understood. I never understood. So like my mom usually, like when I say like my friend, he worked hard as like a script writer and he became like super famous. He was like a webtoon artist and he sold his IP to a drama production and he got like massive amounts of money off of that, and he's now like a building owner and he gets rent monthly, and he's like, and she's like, so, and I'm like, isn't that great? Isn't that cool? I want to be like that too. And she, whenever I say whenever I show a fondness or a sense of I want to be like that too, she has like this allergic effect saying like, no, you shouldn't be like that. Become a Samsung employee or become a professor. And I'm like, isn't our family struggling even though my dad's a professor with his salary? We have so much things we can't do when the other side can do whatever they want, and they're doing whatever they like. They have so much freedom time-wise. They're not like working 9 to 5 and all that. I don't know what it is. And she's like, she has no logic. She's just like, no, become an office worker. Like, I would prefer you doing that. And I'm like, I even pitched her the idea of being a pilot because, like I said, like a normal 9 to 5 is going to be too stuffy for me after living this lifestyle. So I felt I found a compromise, a middle ground, traveling around the world, not an typical office job, kind of fun, has respect, has a nice salary, but is under a corporate, so it's stable. So how about you think a pilot? And she's like, no, why do you always have to be like weird things like a YouTuber or a pilot or online store owner? Why can't you just be a normal person in an office job and or a TV producer or a professor? And I'm like, what? We just have this generational gap that doesn't close. And I think she's stability first, but every time we get into that topic, we start fighting because I'm like, don't speak badly of those professions, like of my profession. I would really appreciate if you go to your friends and like, compliment, like David is doing good with his YouTube channel and all. Like he's been going to all these like forums of like, overseas, and he has like hundreds of viewers that appreciate his content and he gets massive views. He's doing like a culture ambassador thing, but she's so ashamed of like my profession. She never even talks that I'm a YouTuber or anything. She's always like, oh, he's like a lecturer at Daegu Cyber University. That's what he's doing now. So it's always been like this trigger point for me, and I'm always trying to counter her with like, but if you don't feel like, money isn't all, and why do you always complain about money at the same time? And like, why are we struggling? And while those people aren't, like it's double standard. I don't get it. So yeah, I don't know. Suddenly your depression makes sense. Yeah, so I don't want to put too much blame on my mom because she's a different generation and she has different values. But in my personal point of view, I just get so stressed out whenever I talk with my mom. Yeah, that's just the traditional, typical Asian mom mindset. Okay, I'm so glad Ryan is here to just verify that for me. Yeah, that's how parents get to you when they don't have a comeback. You should get to take a win and not get emotional. But she's always just waiting for that moment to say, I told ya. Whenever something goes wrong, whenever I say like, oh, Piroso is now like having, some problems right now. It's bumpy right now. Like we're not seeing as much sales as we. She's like, I told ya. Just quit all that shit and just get an office job, a proper job right now. Like, stop that. You're already this much old. How much are you going to experience and explore and all that? And I'm like, Mom, despite all of that, I'm already earning much more than my regular office proper job people right now out there. And she's like, oh, let's see how long that goes. I'll give you like 5 years. And I was like, you said that 5 years ago too. Like, I'm doing pretty well right now. And she's like, there's only so much you can do. Even Son Heung-min or even Yoo Jae-seok or all those people, you know why they make clothing brands or whatever, these athletes and entertainers, they make restaurants and all that. It's because they have a lifespan and they're well off because you only see the 1% succeeding, but like you don't know about the 99% of entertainers or sports stars that all become like, they're unsuccessful and all. So I always get a scolding over that, and it's just circles and circles, and yeah, it's just very, very stressful. She's old school. She wants you to go the same route as all the others. Yeah, she's into traditional careers, just needs to be more open-minded. Yeah, they don't really understand, so I always get into a fight for that. I'm lucky I'm the golden child. My older sister never measured up. Yeah. It's about stability. It is. It is. She's like, when I was talking about Busan, I was actually talking about Busan with her. I was like, Mom, do I have to live in Seoul? I actually, like, wouldn't it be better for you if I went down and, close to my family and all that? And she's like, yeah, that's actually a good idea as long as you get like a proper job here. Like, I can't see you in Busan in an office till doing YouTube and live streaming and doing that like freelance job which is unstable. You don't know when you're gonna get fired, or go get like a local broadcasting producer job, and once you secure that, come down. And I'm like, okay, no offense, but like if I go into like a local broadcasting network and become a producer, that's only gonna give me like $2,500 per month, which is like way below what I earn right now. But she's like, it doesn't matter. That's just get that job, and I would prefer you to earn $2,500 per month than rather you being a YouTuber and doing live streams and something like that. So. Okay, there we go. I did another 10 more minutes. My mom is also stability first. That's why she keeps saying you should get a government job. Yeah, but I'm likely not if my personality is not fit for a government job. Exactly. She's lived through a very difficult era in history, so comfort, stability, and so on are important to her, I imagine. Actually, I would like to challenge that. I'll tell you my opinion, and I'll end the stream. I share this mom to a degree. She is not Asian low, but she's awesome on it anyways. Yeah, my mom's awesome too, but we have differences in this aspect. They just don't get it, yeah. That's exactly my point. If I have an office job and struggling with money, would she be happy? I don't know. This Hebrew proverb is the best advice for parents. Do not confine your children to your own learning, for they were born in a different time. Wow, thank you. Please shout that louder for the people in the back. Yeah, scream it louder. Yell it louder, please. I only want stability when I'm rich. Stability for anything less is selling yourself short. Exactly, I know, right? I think she's very scared about David and his future because his career isn't a long and solid career. Yeah, that's basically it. That's summing it up. Yeah. I don't think they're actually okay with my job because she's been trying to convince me every single day. Every single conversation ends with that. So I can't stand being in the same place with her for more than 2 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. When we go to a restaurant, when we're watching TV, when we're in the car, every single thing is like, it starts with daily conversations, like, oh, how's like Jin doing nowadays, or how's, like, oh, I saw this on TV and blah blah, and then it always circles to, but then don't you think you need a real job at this point? Isn't it time to finish all your fun stuff and experiments and like get a actual job? You won't be able to get a partner for yourself because nobody in the world thinks a YouTuber is a proper job. The reason you're single and you're not getting married is because nobody's gonna come for you because you're a YouTuber. Women want stability, and they would prefer a teacher even if he earns $2,000 a month over you. And she says that in my face. I'm like, oh yeah, even for the Sweden thing. Okay, I shouldn't really be saying this, but I don't know. Bottom line, even for the Sweden and these trips, I'm like, Mom, I'm really really happy with my career or my job right now, even though you don't admit it as a real thing. I of course brought up these kind of perks, like I get perks that I'm so lucky to get these perks that nobody else in the world gets, like because I have a massive audience. I don't even remember ever since I've traveled with my own money. Like either my friends are there, like I can couch surf, I've been sponsored to trips, I've been brought to KCON and stuff like that. All these perks, I'm traveling the world. That obviously doesn't have much value to them. And she always counters like, oh, just go into a company like Google, you'll be traveling to like Spain and I don't know, the Silicon Valley every single month or whatever. And it's all gonna be fully paid, and you won't have to couch surf in your friend's shitty house or whatever. You go to 5-star hotels. I don't know if that's true or not, but then the chances of me getting like a Google job that travels all around the world, I think that's very low. But anyways, I was talking about like the recent sponsored tours from individuals that reached out to me. I'm super super grateful, and I hope you never get offended by my mom's comments. Disclaimer, I just know that I'm super 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 grateful, and I feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity I can never miss. But whenever I present that to my mom, she's like, why do you have to go on these trips that are unverified and that have risk? Like, wouldn't it be good if it was like a business trip hosted by the government or the tourism agency or sponsored by your own company or something like that? Why does it have to be an individual that you've never seen from across the world? And why do you concern me with that? I don't think that is a perk. That is a risk, and I don't think you should be excited over that or think that's like an accomplishment or a perk for your job and whatever. She even disencourages me for these awesome opportunities. I get her concerns that there might be some kind of risk. There isn't like absolutely zero risk because my friends often get these proposals too, and they're very cautious about it. So I get her point, but the thing is, when I present these kind of things to her, I would at least like to see the slightest reaction, saying like, wow, that's an amazing opportunity. Wow, I never knew like my son had so much influence over the world that someone would be willing to even sponsor your trip. That's great. Like if I heard that one sentence and then she went on about the risks and you got to be careful and blah blah, why don't you get sponsored by the government and all that would be totally okay. But she never shows any kind of appreciation or any kind of acknowledgement on the good sides, and she's always focusing on the negatives and always trickles down to, that is why you should get a real job. It stresses me out. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, tea. Yeah, so I am living the life. I am living the life I want. But then, as I said, my mom has always been saying, "Told ya," whenever something goes wrong. So if I don't know, that's maybe I have that kind of like unconscious pressure inside me as well with my relationship with my mom. Like if I actually, as in my title, as I said today, if I become a failure and like maybe I stop doing YouTube and all this kind of stuff and resort to an office job, and like it's too late for me to get promoted because I'm so old, and it confines my salary cap and all that, and my mom's gonna, you know, scold me every single day and say like, this is what I told you. This is what the outcome would have been. Like, I don't want to see that. So I'm pushing myself so hard. But yeah, it's like, yeah. Anyways, at least my dad's like a, um, what do you call it in English? Is it laissez-faire? I learned it somewhere. Yeah, he's like, do whatever you want. I believe in you, son. But then he doesn't give me that much interest. He's like, he's a hermit of himself too. He's like one of those mad scientists that only reside in the lab. So he's like, do whatever you want, and he doesn't give me backup when my mom's like shouting at me. So. My dad is a chill guy. Yeah. He's too chill. I would like some backup, you know? But whenever my mom's like scolding me and I'm like looking at my dad, he's like, yeah, whatever. He says one thing to my mom, he's like, oh, you're shouting, you're yelling too much. Let's stop in here. And then my mom starts yelling at my dad too. David, is because of you, because you don't scold him enough and you're not concerned about his future. You're not truly like, as parents, you should have responsibility on his path and give him some guidance. And he's now 33 and he doesn't have anyone he's meeting, and that's all because he doesn't have a proper job and he's doing YouTube. And do you think what, until when he can sustain this thing? And he's not even doing anything that's proper. He doesn't have any licenses or degrees or anything, blah, 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 blah. And he has to live until 70 years old. Do you think YouTube is going to sustain until 70 years old? Where is its national pension? He's blah, 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 blah. And then my dad is like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving the room. He doesn't want to get involved. So he's like, okay, I'm off to my lab. And he goes into his microscope and looks at germs and bacteria and all that kind of stuff. So every family has their own dynamics, but I feel like my family, he gives me a pat on the back saying like, don't listen to your mom that much. Like she was like that to me, like, and she claims credit that I became a professor because of her. But in truth, I wanted to become like I wanted to go into like one of those big pharmaceutical companies and become an R&D researcher and make like a miracle drug and become rich too. But then I caved in because of your mom, and she was yelling at me too much, and she couldn't stand living in the US, so I had to come back to Korea and all that. So he's always like that. He's like, but since I took that sacrifice, you live your life with freedom. All I say with is that, yeah, you have my support. But and then he doesn't do any counters with my mom. So that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah. At least my dad didn't add oil to the fire. Yeah. But he's like water, so he doesn't do anything. He just slides away, doesn't mix. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I've whined enough. And Yeah. So everyone goes through their own stress. Um, I might be better off than a lot of people. I might look blessed and lucky and all that. But as I said right now, like I go through daily stress too with parental issues and finding homes and being in Seoul and business partners and all that. So everyone's struggling in their own way. So hope you understand that, and I want to give strength and my support to every one of you. I can't really like say single out everyone and know every one of their episode, every single episode, but yeah, I just want to say that I'm struggling here too. If we have a bond or you can relate to my struggles, yeah, I support you in whatever way because I understand it as well. Is this trauma bonding? Or a poor day, just follow your heart, don't worry. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I might cave in at the end. Who knows? Like, I'm getting tired already anyway, so I don't want to cave in. But as I told you, like, I might just go to Busan one day and just get a regular job. Nothing wrong with that, right? Like, it's cheaper down there as long as I have a home. It's okay if I earn $2,000 per month as long as I put food in my mouth and I get like a wife and she earns $2,000 too. That's 4,000 together. If we don't have kids, then it's a livable life, I would say. Most people live like that too, so nothing wrong about it. But the problem is I've already experienced this level over here, and it's really hard to downsize from that. I would have to let go of a lot of my ambitions and goals and all that. So, did I read your message, Hilda? Yes, yes, I did. Thank you, Hilda, for the 2 pizza. Most of here can relate. Yes, yeah, and I'm pretty sure not a lot of the replay fam is going to reach this point because it's been going on for 3 hours. Wow. I've already went to Busan by this point. So I've been yapping, pro yapper. Yeah, I'm just gonna say pro yapper in my Insta bio. I'm just gonna, be sarcastic from now on. Like whenever people ask me what your job is, I'm not even gonna say YouTuber. I'm just gonna say pro yapper. Even to my mom too, like pro yapper. So yeah, that was it from pro yapper David, who has the amazing ability to talk about his stress for 3 hours and a half. I think that's actually crazy. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope everyone has an amazing year end. We are 2 days before Christmas. I have no plans for Christmas. It's actually live stream day, so I'll probably see you between Eve and Christmas. So let's have a little mini party on the live stream. I don't know what I can do, but maybe I'll just get a Santa hat or something to brighten up the mood. So, yeah. Anyways, happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for tuning in until the end. It was a massively long live stream. So few people get to live a life of their dreams. So even if you can live it for 5 minutes, you've had more success than most. Wow, that is some inspirational words. Yeah, sending good vibes for your way for success in 2024. Thank you, Nancy. Same goes for you too, in whatever stage of life you are in as well. Everyone can aim for more and achieve more, right? So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Sounds like you need a trip to SC to de-stress. At this point, I really need to go. The resilience, I respect that. The consistency, too. Yeah, Rachel, please do send me a message on Discord so I can give you the instructions on how to get the soap to you. Yeah. So, anyways, happy holidays, everyone. Hope you have a good time in my place while I study. Yes, hope you get that studying. And see you, everybody. Bye. I'll go get some sleep now.